We are going to try and find some lovely, lovely transness to look at to decompress from today's decision by the Supreme Court, who now suck. Story Girl, hello, sweetie. Welcome in. Don't look at British news today, darling. Not worth it. Unless you already have, and if you have, dear God, I feel for you. So, for anyone who I was going to help try to escape the States, I. Nah, nah. If you've got vital skills, feel free to come over. But now know this is official Turf Island. And now, biological female recognised hadn't been, because it's fucking difficult to define law. How the fuck do you define a person? Kind of difficult, in my opinion, really. Right, shall we? Oh, yeah, that's what we'll do. There we go. Where did we go over to anyway? Oh, we went over to the Terps. Okay. Right, let's get over to my channel. Screen Manager. 25. Sweet. Oh, for Christ's sake. Bad Nightbot. Oh, it's that emote. I love that emote. It is rather fun. Oh, hi, darling. Hello, hello. Great to see you. Let's see if we can find some fun. Let's see. Reactions, surgery, their problems, trans topics. Oh, weird. Let's see. Make transphobes scared again. Yeah, let's start with this one.
This video is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform for entrepreneurs to stand out and succeed online. Whether you're just starting out or managing a growing brand, Squarespace makes it easy to create a beautiful website, engaging with audiences, and selling anything from products to content to time, all in one place, all on your terms. Hey Spuds, it's Jamie, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. I don't know what will give me the way, I'm very glad to have you here, and today we are looking at those LGBT plus memes. Oh yes, the relatable, wholesome, honest memes, the memes that call out the bigotry and the memes that just make you go, yep, I'm a little bit gay. So that's what we are doing today. Are you ready?
I was trying to fix it earlier on, Beck. I don't know where the fuck I'm going wrong. Oh. Well, then. Volume is down. Huh. Oh, no thanks. Sorry, Jamie. Huh. Let's see what's happening. Unmute. Will that work? Please tell me if this has made it work. All recipes, piss off. Wish I hadn't clicked on getting recipes from you.
Let's not waste any time. We don't have a problem with gay people. We just don't think children should be exposed to it at such a young age. Alright, Dave and Karen, why? Such bullshit. It's always like an excuse. It's like, I just don't think kids should be exposed to it. And normally it boils down to, A, they just don't like gay people and they do have a problem with gay people. And / or they think that being gay is inherently inappropriate for kids because they automatically are like, gay means gay adult fun times and that's it, and we just see it as this purely adult thing and not seeing it beyond just one element of a relationship. It's very bizarre. Hetero stuff we were exposed to that you guys were cool with. Oh my god, is this going to be a series of images that are just...
Can everyone still hear Jammy Dodger, and has the echo went down a bit? I'm only using these as a speaker now. I can't hear anything coming through these. Oh, I'm not OBS, Gemma. I'm Streamlabs Ultra, and I've always had a problem with this. I thought me and my main editor, my main moderator, had fixed it. It did go away, but now it's back again. I don't know where I'm going wrong. Bear with me, please. Oh, Christ, more echoey. Thanks, Andy. Much appreciated. Damn, I want to go through and get the other phone for my YouTube feed. Meet you. Oh. Right. Try again.
Just calling out that utter hypocrisy in straight people who are like,
I just don't think that kids should learn about it.
Heterosexuality is everywhere. And have you seen this piece of hair that is very wayward? What the heck is going on with that? I'm not gonna... Have you seen those t-shirts for literal like toddlers that say like ladies man on a t-shirt for 0 to 6 month year olds? It's actually ridiculous. But no, it's the LGBT plus community and rainbows that are inappropriate. Oh, is this your boyfriend? So I'm a trans man, for anybody that doesn't know. I started a new primary school when I was 10 years old. Maybe I was 9. It was year 5 for British people. I think I was 9 going on 10. And when I started, I had this new childminder, and her kids went to the school as well. And she was just like, oh, and there's this one boy in your class that all the girls fancy, so you're going to fancy him. And then it was asked of me by like multiple people, including that adult person who was like, oh, so do you fancy him? I'm like, what are you talking? I am 9 years old. Ugh, go away. The amount of like cis normative things that are pushed on children and just seen as appropriate because they're not LGBT plus. Ridiculous. Straight people are absolutely insane. Romeo and Juliet, Of Mice and Men, Jane Eyre, Midsummer Night's Dream. Straight relationships everywhere. Not so great straight relationships everywhere. That's okay to learn about. Imagine if there was a book, Romeo and Jason. That would not be as popular as Romeo and Juliet, would it? That would have all the bigots calling it out. But oh no, just because she's called Juliet, it's all good. Some creep wears a glove of Vaseline so his hand is soft for his wife. Ugh. This woman falls in love with a donkey. Oh yeah. A man locks his ex-wife in the attic. Jesus. 13-year-old has adult fun times, gets married, and then kills herself. How appropriate for children to learn about all of this stuff. And can we just take a moment to talk about the beam?
Yeah, people forget that. Juliet was 13 years old. Take a read of it sometime if you like. Or watch it if you like. You go to a performance. You won't get it from the Baz Luhrmann version. I'm not entirely sure if they do it accurately in any film, really. I don't think they'd be allowed to. But in performances, when they actually say when do want to do it, they can say we're going to portray it like it is in the actual play, and they do it. My sister has been to one of those performances, not knowing. That kind of freaked her out. I've seen Romeo and Juliet live in my school. 6 years done it, so 17 and 18-year-olds. Oh, the whole cast was basically students. I liked it. I thought the performance was brilliant. I'd left school in fourth year. I was 16 years old, but I got invited back because my sister, same sister, said, "Do you want to come with me?" And I went with her. Getting up to that fucking secondary school of mine is a pain in the arse. If you want to look up where it is, the school that I went to is called Perth Academy. It's at the top of a fucking hill. But we had to walk up to it. It was on a Friday night after school, so it started at 7 p.m. So we went back, had dinner, then walked up to school again. I was fucking knackered. My home at that point was about 2 miles. Is that about right? 2 miles away from the home that I lived in, my family. So we both walked up to it. She got tickets because she's in the drama club. She didn't audition for anything. She didn't want to do that. She wanted to wait until they were doing other plays before she auditioned for shit. Did she audition for any Shakespeare plays that was still done? I can't remember. My youngest sister didn't. She wasn't drama related, and I was more books really, that and computers. But I still like going to plays.
Movie.
Oh, B-movie.
You coming?
Well, hello. That's where I usually sit. Right there. You think I don't see what you're doing?
He happens to be the nicest bee I've met in a long time.
The Beauty and the Beast. Straight people are more okay with children's films literally depicting a human falling in love with an animal than they are to show like a hint of gay, obscene. Let's see who this really is. It's too early for my kids to learn about gay people. Good old-fashioned homophobia. Even if they don't know it, even if they genuinely think,
I am believing this because I think LGBT plus stuff is inappropriate for children.
it is coming from a subconscious bias that is based in homophobia. Yeah, Grease. Wow, Sandy, you look smoking hot. They're so cute. They're probably 12. So inappropriate. And like, even as an LGBT plus person, I can see a lot of it from my childhood and stuff. But then even looking through those, I'm like, holy shit, it is bananas. Like, what the hell is going on? Let's call out the inappropriateness of heterosexuality that's pushed upon children, shall we? Let's do that a bit more. Everything in an age-appropriate way, in moderation, where nothing is forced, and a child is allowed to grow and learn about the world and different types of people in the world and become their own person without feeling pressured in any way to become a specific thing. Whatever they are born as, they are, and that's okay. Let's just do that, please. Game show.
She was 16, and he was in his 20s, maybe 30. So yeah, delightful.
Called Pride or Prejudice, in which the contestants are presented with a gay joke and have to guess if it was made by a queer person or a homophobe. The contestants are all vaguely liberal, straight people who are desperately uncomfortable with the entire concept. I love this. I want this to be a thing. Yes, because there is a difference in the jokes that you tell your other LGBT plus friends, and if that comes from a homophobe, it's also context dependent, and it suddenly becomes very inappropriate because there's malice behind it. it, or even when there's not malice behind it, there's ignorance behind it. It's like when you'd say a joke like that as a queer person yourself, you are doing it from a base of knowledge and understanding, and like the fact that you're almost taking the piss out of the joke itself. Whereas when a homophobe makes it, or a cis straight person who's like,
But I'm an ally.
says homophobic joke, yeah, that's not coming from a great place. Don't do it. I want this to be a real game show. Please, somebody make this. I don't have the skills to make a game show. I hate talking to another LGBT person and realizing they're just a normal person who happens to be gay and not a niche multi-fandom Tumblr brain rot animation meme neurodivergent BPD alternative artist gay. Why are you so normal? Don't be normal. I was born in the wrong era. Not me. I love fan fiction and talking to gay people on my phone. No, I would not have wanted to have been born any earlier than I was. And on the theme of LGBT plus memes, I want to take a moment out to talk to you about my very for real and not at all made up brand new business.
Yeah. Gen Xer, I suppose I was fine. Obviously, homophobia and transphobia is still a thing. Bisexual? Hmm. Suppose I was alright. Suppose I was kind of safe. My family are relatively good, relatively decent, kind of. All the ones that I would have worried about are now dead, really. But yeah, two of my uncles are. My granddad, he would have been a problem, but he died when I was 3 months old, so he's been dead for a long time. He would have been. Uh, can't even imagine that. How old would he have been? 68. No, 65. 60. No, he died before his birthday. He would have been 64 when he died.
Venture. Oh yes. Guess what I'm doing now? I'm starting a hamster school. Stick with me. Might not sound very LGBT plus. It's not, but I thought it was a good segue from the memes anyway. Maybe I should have started a frog school instead. Although LGBT plus topics are very much on the curriculum at my hamster school. So it's at least inclusive, if not completely gay themed. And my inclusive hamster school would not have been possible without Squarespace. The all-in-one website platform full of abso-squeakly amazing features that your website has been waiting for. Thank you, Squarespace, for sponsoring today's video. Squarespace gives you everything you need to start offering services and, very importantly, get paid. So whatever service you offer, from events to experiences to consultations to a hamster school, show them off with your very own website through Squarespace. Something that is hamsterific for my school is Squarespace's built-in scheduling and email marketing tools. This can be used for things like booking appointments with prospective new hamster students and keeping hamster families up to date with weekly email newsletters. Now, my hamster school is free to attend, but for your service, you can make sure that you get paid on time with professional invoices and online payments through the Squarespace platform. Despite being free to attend, I do accept donations to my hamster school to keep it running and putting anything extra into local hamster charities. Squarespace allows you to fundraise directly on your website with built-in donations tools, helping you make a positive difference in the world. All of the amazing elements of Squarespace can be put together and organized in a way you want them on your website pages using Squarespace's pre-built layouts. This makes it so simple to design a professional-looking website that fits your needs. You can then customize your pages all with a simple drag and drop. To get started yourself, go to squarespace.com, and when you're ready to launch, don't forget to go to squarespace.com/JammyDodger to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. The link is in the description box. Now it's time for some more LGBT plus memes. Yay! We and them genders, you can't pronouns. Love it. Make the transphobes rage with one sentence. Trans people are cool. Thank you. Is that Sonic? No, Shadow. Hold on. Shadow from Sonic. It is. Oh my god. I feel like my friend Alex would have been so disappointed if I genuinely thought that that was Sonic for more than half a second. There you go. Shadow says trans.
Sonic's blue, Shadow's black. Thank you. That is a really cool picture. I really like that. I was fucking amazing at playing Sonic. Showing my age there when it first came out. SNES, I think. SNES? Damn it, I can't remember. It was that fucking long ago. My God, I think that came out when Kev was a toddler. Dear God of the world.
People are called. I know nothing beyond the name. I don't know if that's actually Sonic. Oh, arch rival of Sonic the Hedgehog. Okay, good to know. So Sonic's arch rival thinks that trans people are cool. Nice. I think Shadow looks cooler than Sonic, so that's great. I'm biphobic, but that's incredible. Oh my God, this guy is bisexual. I hate it, but I also love it. It's beautiful. I'm gonna assume
How can you know? How can you identify a bisexual person? I don't know. Ask us. I said to my mum first, and I said to her, "Don't fucking say anything to anyone," because my sister had came out as a lesbian. I said, "Don't fucking mention it." It wasn't until years later that everyone found out. Family, I mean, friends knew. So, and Super Harry knows. You would, well, of course, you would fucking know. He drank with me before we got together.
that is a joke, but that is a very pretty Sky. We love a bisexual Sky. Trans trailblazer Laverne Cox says Nation is worried about the wrong 1%. I love this quote. It is so true. Oh my God, why is everybody so concerned with trans people when we should be concerned with billionaires? Leave trans people alone. I fix machines all day, but I cannot fix my gay son. Oh dear. Because he is not broken. Oh, why is that so wholesome and cute? I love that. Oh, that's very sweet. Absolutely, your gay son is not broken. Trans folks, according to transphobes, steal the rights of cis men, steal the wombs of cis women. We're coming for your wombs. It's satirical, but it's true. It's a jokey comic, but it is based in.
Julie, mine was underdeveloped to begin with. Can't come from my womb. Definitely can't come from my ovaries. Never had them. Haha. Trying to find me, Supreme Court. That'll be a fun one for you.
Truth. Oh, but it's also like, and steal the rights of cis women. I don't know why people who don't deal with oppression in a certain way suddenly feel like when that marginalized group starts to begin
Oh my
gaining a
God.
similar level of
You
rights to
really
what they already
do
have,
realise.
suddenly it's like, oh my God, no, my rights. Let me hoard them. You cannot have them. It's like, not trying to take yours. I just want my own, please. It's not pie. Trans folks in reality, you are just the prettiest pickle in all the land. Oh, cats. Oh, I love cats. Oh, that's a pretty cat. It's very true
So
that
cats
there's
are
been this
nice,
picture painted of the trans community of being like dangerous and like insidious and like,
Oh my God, the children and everybody else. The bathrooms, help.
in reality, trans people just trying to live their lives. Like, please, let us get on with it. You know, gender dysphoria is hard enough without society also being like,
Oh my God, we hate trans people.
this comic is by My Generation. Here's a little at. I would definitely recommend going and checking them out. Oh, Jane Fonda recently said, woke
yeah,
just
the
means
Mega
you give a
Drive,
damn
fucking
about
hell.
other people. I don't know when it.
Cat Brune, thanks. Yeah, it's not Nintendo. It's been so long since I've actually played a console. Yeah, it was the Mega Drive. Thanks, Cat. Oh, Partridge. So also, you might be showing your age there.
Was turned into a negative thing. Like, oh dear, the shame in being awake. Like, oh goodness, why wouldn't you want to be aware of what's going on in the world and nice to other people? It's literally just being
some people want to
open-minded and
shelter
accepting
themselves
that
from some of
your
this
way
shit.
of living isn't the
And
only
I
way
don't
of
blame
living,
some of
and
them.
times change and we evolve as a society and our language evolves, and we should keep up to date with that. That everyone at this wedding needs to know I'm a lesbian. Starter pack. I have actually seen. Maybe not at weddings, but I see it. Yes, this does sometimes happen. No,
Glasses, bow tie, suit, Converse. I have never seen that hairdo in real life. It was easy for me. Everyone at this wedding needs to know I'm a lesbian. Yeah, it's the two women getting married. I think that's pretty much evident.
Definitely seen this. I feel like it's a bit more kind of, you know, late
Yeah, I've never seen it in
noughties,
real life.
2010s kind of vibe. But
I've seen it in lots of movies, but never with these Mark 1 eyeballs. That hairdo looks difficult to do, and I can barely look after my hair as it is. Christ, it's getting long. Might need to go to the hairdresser soon. Mind you, in saying that, my hair's been a hell of a longer than that.
yeah, it's the red Converse and the haircut for me. We need to normalise bisexual, introverted, leftist, former gifted children with depression who drink iced coffee and sleep till noon. Now, I wouldn't say I'm a former gifted child, but I was one of those kids that's like top of the class kind of vibe. Like, oh, you're gonna go far. I could colour in the lines. By the time I was 3, I could read before I went to school. That's not a flex at all. But yeah, I don't have depression and I don't drink iced coffee very often. I do like the occasional one, but it has to be incredibly sweet. But I do like a good nap until noon. Normalise this. It's very nearly me. Homophobes, next time you hear a person say it's Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve, reply with it's Homo sapien, not heterosapien, and fly into the night. I assume that's saying to say that to homophobes. Yeah, it's also homogenous. I think there's heterogeneous as well, though. And then in terms of trans stuff, it's transport, transatlantic, transit, transmission, transformers. But it is Homo sapien. Take that, Karen. PSA, if you don't want your child to be gay, trans, etc., then just don't have kids. This isn't f***ing Build-A-Bear. You don't get to pick and choose these things about your child. You aren't ready to be a parent if you aren't ready to love them unconditionally. Please, yes, can bigots stop having children? Bigots should just not have kids. If you are not prepared to love your gay child, why are you having a child? It's ridiculous. It's so dumb. Random human, bisexuality.
Go forth and multiply. So that's what a lot of Christians around the world believe. So difficult. Tricky topic.
Doesn't exist in nature. Nature, bisexual. Bi Pride Lobster is ready to show you who's bus. Bisexuality means regardless of gender. That's a...
I need that lobster as an emote. Oh, isn't that just absolutely perfect? Would you look at how glorious is it? I can't eat him or her. Oh no, hang on. It's got a white tail. That might be a her. Female lobsters have wider tails because they hold all the eggs. So if that's wide enough, I think that might be wide enough. That might be a female. I need her. I would never eat her because she would kill me. I need that as an emote. How the fuck would I do that? I might actually need to message Jamie and ask him where that's from, because he would have had the link. That would be an absolutely fucking killer emote for my channel to go on with the bisexual theme. Hello, lovely bisexual lobster. And there is bisexuality in nature, so they're talking bollocks there with that one.
Very pretty lobster, look at that. Just so we're clear, any party telling you who you can love, what gender you are, what states you can travel to, which books you can read, which history you can learn, what prayers you should say, and what you can and cannot do with your own body, doesn't care one bit about freedom. Say it louder for the bigots and the right-wingers in the back. Yes. People who don't understand same-sex relationships make me laugh because I don't understand Korean, but I still know it's a real f***ing language. I think like lack of understanding is used so much as an excuse to be bigoted, but I've met so many people, like they're fundamentally lovely people, but have not been exposed to knowledge or experiences in life, and so therefore just don't understand some things. And I think when you're not LGBT plus, you will never fully understand what it means to be LGBT plus, obviously, because we cannot fully understand what it's like to be an identity or be something that we are not. You can understand it to an extent, but it's not really yours to understand if you are not that thing, and it's okay, because understanding is different to accepting. And you can understand it as a concept and then accept it, and that's okay, and respect people. And to be honest, even if you don't accept it, even if your opinion is that it is wrong to be LGBT plus, have that opinion. Like a majority of LGBT plus people will only have a problem with you having that opinion if that opinion is then used to take away rights or to disrespect other people. Because being gay is not an opinion or a choice. Being a homophobe is. Like, I don't understand why that's so difficult to get your head around. Just because you don't understand something doesn't mean you have a right to disrespect it. Just be a decent human being. Thomas is pissed. Pansexuals are just bi. No, they're not. Non-binary doesn't exist. Yes, it does. Asexuals are broken. What? No, they're not. Lesbians just need to find the right guy. Ew. Thomas had never seen such bullshit before. The biggest amount of bullshit. Why has it all been put together? I just got more and more annoyed the more I read. It's okay. There's gonna be some people in the world that are just assholes. All I'll...
I don't know where I land on that, the pansexual, bisexual debate, really. I've probably met pansexual people here in Glasgow. Probably. But whenever I've said to anyone, and they said, oh, I'm bi as well. Mind you, in saying that, when I came out and when I said to everyone in my social circle, was pansexual a thing? 22 years ago, I can't remember. 2025, 26 years ago. Fuck. No, I think it was still, I think it was just bisexual. I can't remember hearing the word pansexual back then. Maybe people were using it. It never cropped up in my social circle, really. Oh, I'm not transphobic. I could never be. So many cool people are trans. Abby. Do we like Abby? Do we like Philosophy Tube? Don't get me wrong, I've watched her in the past.
welcome here. If you don't take down that sign, I'm not shopping here. All are welcome here. Oh my god, how dare a shop be progressive and inclusive? You just lost yourself a customer. I don't think they care. And just like that, the hateful human was gone. Ding ding. And no one gave a shit. What can I get you? All the bagels, please. That bagel shop does not care about your bigotry. Go take it somewhere else. Go take it to the bigoted bagel bakery. Yeah. Gay waiters be like, I'm serving. Gay customers be like, I ate. That's an example of a nice LGBT plus joke said by LGBT plus people. Oh my god, that person's profile picture is that really creepy drawing that I used in a Bad Women's Anatomy video recently.
Right, Dan, thank you for the
Transphobes,
follow.
hot trans people,
Oh,
it's
thank you.
afraid. I swear, transphobes keep being like,
It's not a phobia because I'm not afraid.
and I genuinely think there is fear there, even if they won't admit it. It's a fear of unknown, it's a fear of discomfort, it's a fear of doing something or feeling something that you've always been told is wrong. I had a discussion about this in a recent video about transphobia, like transphobic depictions in film and TV, where the cis straight character, mostly men, will be horrified if they found a trans woman attractive. But they are just, what is that, like a little spider slug?
Oh.
I mean,
Thank
okay,
you, my Dan.
let's not
Much
talk about
appreciated.
what that looks like on the front of the creature. Yeah, I do genuinely think that there is fear involved. There is. I don't think. It's just fact. Men, I'm not homophobic. I just don't want a random guy hitting on me. It's weird. Women everywhere. So close to like getting something. Yeah. Make transphobes scared again. make transphobes keep their bigoted opinions to themselves and not think that it gives them a right to discriminate against other people or campaign for their rights to be taken away. That's literally it. I do not care, Barbara, what you think and talk about in your own home. Just do not infringe upon my life. That is it. Me being trans, LGBT plus people existing does not impact your life whatsoever, but you going out and spewing bigotry and inciting bigotry in others and campaigning and voting for bigots, that does impact LGBT plus people's lives in a negative way. So kindly shut up, in the words of David Tennant.
I don't wish ill of her, I just wish her to shut up.
Yes, transphobes are wrong, but let's focus for a second
He
on
was
how
talking about
weird they
Kenny there,
are.
by the
Yeah,
way.
I always say this, that's so damn weird. I mean, imagine caring that much about the genitalia of a person that you're not actively sleeping with. Mind your own business, you fucking weirdos. Who would you rather share a bathroom with? A trans person who just wants to go to the toilet, or a transphobe who is obsessively scrutinizing everybody else in the toilet with them and thinking about what genitals they might have? I definitely know who I would be more comfortable with, and I'm not just saying that because I'm trans, I'm saying that because I'm rational. May I have your pronouns? He, him, Zizir. Sure, he, him. Thanks. Hey! See, another good LGBT plus joke made by LGBT plus people. I want all the pronouns. How are we supposed to interpret this?
That's the one that gets me. Said, I'm not going to use pronouns, so you're going to give up language? Going to create your own without pronouns? Good luck with that. Trying to take pronouns out of the English language. Failing endeavour. They can try it if they like. Seriously, you use pronouns every day of your life. And most of the time, we don't even fucking realise we're using them.
What does it mean? Who is the target audience? Ally. Bisexual ally. They are not an ally to any other member of the LGBT plus community, just specifically bisexual people. They're transphobic, they're homophobic, they don't like pansexual people, they don't like asexual people, they don't like anybody else, but they do accept.
I'd love to know what ones they are. I probably struggle to learn them. I can just admit, I do okay with English, I think, even though it's a garbage language, and I wouldn't wish anyone. I would wish everyone every 6 days from trying to learn it as a second language, because seriously, why? I know people have to do it to live here now, I guess, but dear God, it's a mess of a language. If you look up the language tree for English, it's fucking weird. I bet the Germans still swear at us for what we've done to their lovely language that they brought over. Angles, by the way.
The bisexuals. Yep, that's what that badge means. What else would it mean? Unless, okay, this is where I could see a logical audience for this badge. It is for people who have a bisexual friend or family member who's just come out and they want to be like, hey, Timothy, I support your bisexuality. Look, right here, ally in the bisexual colours. That's it. I can't see what else it would be for. You've been entertained by drag your whole life. Don't pretend it's a problem now. Drag is a very old art form. It's not always been done great. You know, there's a problem.
Oh, Christ. Mrs. Doubtfire. We'll start at the top left. Mrs. Doubtfire. Don't know the next one along. Rocky Horror Picture Show. Don't know what those two are. Is that Pride and Prejudice? Or Sense and Sensibility? I can't remember. Next one down, no. Oh, that's Julie Andrews. Damn, I've forgotten the name of that film. Is that Blackadder? No, I don't think that's Blackadder. Dame Edna Everage. Oh, White Chicks. Didn't like that movie. Klinger from MASH. And is that Tootsie? One in the red. I think that's Tootsie. So that's Dustin Hoffman. Victor Victoria. Is that Julie Andrews? Victor Victoria. I can't remember. I only know a few of them. It's the American ones I'm struggling with, I think, here. But Klinger's brilliant.
Now, drag is a very old art form.
Tootsie,
It's not always been done
Mancheetah,
great.
thank you.
You know, there's a problem where it's done to take the piss, and it's just like cis straight guys being like, "Ha, I'm gonna take the piss out of like femininity or like appearing gay." But when it's done as an
Oh, it's
art
one of them,
form,
Eddie
and
Murphy.
it's evolved
Wow.
throughout time as well. Like
Oh,
pantomimes,
the
kids have been taking to
clump, the
pantomimes
clumps,
for
isn't it?
years. Like the pantomime dame is always played by a man, and like I remember going to pantomimes like as a young child, and that was just normal.
Same here.
That was there. I don't know if this is a thing that's also typical
uniquely
outside of the
British thing, I
UK,
think.
but every Christmas, theatres
Oh, that's
everywhere in like all the towns will put on a pantomime, and more often than not, there will be a character,
like
the
that,
dame,
really.
who is played by a man. Like pantomimes are so gay. Let me get this straight. Kids' movies can sexualize a fish. I forgot about a fish. Except that was like a fish with a fish, but yes, they did like be like, oh, a sexy fish
That was
called
voiced by
Lola.
Angelina Jolie.
Nice best.
And have a woman fall in love with a bee, but they can't portray gay relationships for more than 5 seconds. I know they tried. Buzz, the Lightyear movie, it was so hyped up of like, oh my god, it's like the first gay kiss in Disney, all of this stuff. I literally watched the film and it got to the end and I turned to Sharp and I was like, where the heck was the gay kiss? It's been so hyped. Where was it? I don't remember seeing it. There was like a depiction of a gay relationship which had a bit more screen time, but the kiss itself was so quick, I realised that I blinked. I literally blinked whilst watching the film and I missed it. That's how quick it was. It's not even 5 seconds. It was like half a second in terms of showing like affection, like age appropriate affection between a gay couple in a Disney film. At least it was a step in the right direction, but then they recently had another movie.
Sorry, comrades, I'll be back in a minute.
Where they just removed the trans storyline, and then wasn't there Luca where they wanted it to be gay and then didn't make it gay, and I'm just like, there's so many opportunities and they're like, no, we're too scared, but here this lady can fall in love with a bee, a f***ing bee, yeah, and that is sexualize a fish. There's nothing sexier than a fish. Sorry. This is how we get society to accept us, the gay chameleon Transphobic gays, what are you doing? Any marginalised community within society being any kind of bigoted towards another marginalised community, what the hell are you doing? Like, take a step back and think about what it is, where the logic is logicking, because it's clearly not. Because bigots aren't just transphobic, aren't just homophobic, aren't just racist. A majority of them, you scratch the surface, and right now transphobia is the loudest and being used in the most political setting. It's very acceptable at the minute for people to be publicly transphobic. You take that back, and they're also homophobic. You take that back, and they're racist, and they're anti-immigration and anti-abortion, and they're misogynistic. Like, there's all of this bullshit underneath this kind of like front level bigotry that we're seeing. So you let them get away with transphobia and you support that transphobia as a gay person, then this Queer Chameleon comic is very accurate. Ban gay marriage. They're coming for you next. And it will keep going, and they'll keep attacking the next most acceptable marginalised group. Because all they care about is cis, straight, white men with money. If you don't fit that category, or at least a cis, white, straight man, then why the hell are you punching down on other people? I mean, even if you're a cis, white, straight man, why the hell are you punching down on other people? Because you're just a dick, you know. And that's it for the LGBT plus memes today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Go click the link to check out Squarespace for yourself and go create a beautiful website, and let me know what job you would like me to do if this hamster school, for whatever reason, does not have longevity. Think about giving the video a thumbs up and subscribing if you want to, but no pressure. And yeah, as always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Much love. Bye.
Thanks, Jamie.
It's so exciting that people...
Sorry, Mike.
This video is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is an all-in-one website platform for entrepreneurs to stand out and...
Back to your channel. Ah, there we go. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. Ah, Rolly. I'm a fortnight ago. Christ, that's possible now. No sprites on, okay.
Hey Spuds, it's Jamie. Welcome back to another video. Fast Photo Channel. I don't know, but welcome either way. And today we are talking about... What are we talking about again? I don't remember. Wait, what's this? What's going on? I'm trying to make a video
I have this
here.
one now.
Go away. Sorry guys, maybe I need to... Wait, Rainbow.
Fantastic. There we go.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that worked. Let's do the next one. Best-selling book, The T in LGBT. Anyway, let's try and find that one. Where is it? Ah. Okay, cool. What's the next one? Shaba. Wait a minute. Is that her? Shaba.
Hello.
Sorry, babe. I think I have to click on you. This is fun. What's next? Oh, Offensive Goose. Okay. Ah. Nice. I like this game. Ice cream. Okay, and Blow High. Ah. Of course, and Blow High is my clue to remind me that today's video is all about LGBT plus TikToks. Did you like that little detective game? If so, please join me in thanking today's video sponsor, June's Journey. In June's Journey, you'll follow independent woman June Parker.
You know, I don't like being told what I can and can't do.
Who's on a quest to solve who murdered her sister, and boy does she run into a lot of mysteries along the way. If you hadn't guessed it, June's Journey is a hidden object game, and it's set in the glamorous, but quite scandalous apparently, 1920s, where you'll follow protagonist June Parker on an enthralling detective story alongside a very diverse cast of characters. There is maybe a little bit of LGBTQ plusness that pops up along the way. Your task is to find objects and clues in really quite stunning scenes to progress the storyline, figure out those mysteries, and even decorate your own island along the way. What
What do you think of mine? Do you like it? I have my Venice area, my Winter Wonderland, and even jellyfish. I'm sure you'll love the game as much as I do. It's got a very engaging storyline, a lot of diversity, and who doesn't love solving a little mystery? And despite having no badge or forensics lab, June Parker always cracks the case. If you want to play a thrilling yet beautiful game that explores themes of love, betrayal, and social injustice, with new chapters launching every week so the fun really does never stop, then click the link in my description box or scan this very handy QR code to download June's Journey for free right now. Available on iOS and Android or mobile devices and...
I've played June's Journey. It is quite fun. I only got so far. My island wasn't that fucking size. Jamie, what the hell, man? Well done. You've been playing that for a while. I wonder if you've done any of the microtransactions. See, I I have a horrible habit of when I play my Candy Crush buying stuff. I really shouldn't. I don't play it as much. I use it to just chill and blank my mind. Usually get frustrated at it. Where am I? I'm level 1006. So I'm quite high up. So they're really quite difficult now. That's Soda, Candy Crush Soda and Jelly, I think, as well, that I've got on my phone.
and even on PC. So go click that link. I'll give you a couple seconds before we get on with the LGBTQ plus TikToks. Okay, are you ready? Let's go.
My wife and I had a baby 6 months ago. I'll let you process that for a second. Because I need you to know that it was a planned pregnancy. Okay, it was extremely planned, because when we started phoning the family to say we're expecting a baby, we phoned her sister in Brisbane and we go, we're expecting a baby, and I shit you not, she goes, oh my God, was it a planned pregnancy?
That's kind of sweet though.
I said, no.
It was planned.
Said the exploded. We're expecting Tupperware in August.
I'm gonna have to beep some of that, but that was funny. Also sweet though, like I like the concept that people just, it is such a normal thing, like diversity is so normal, and when it becomes just everyday normality for people, even if it's not their identity, they put their level of normal on that, like, and their assumptions on that. There's a kind of sweetness to it, because it's just like, it's forgetting that there's anything different about them because they're a lesbian couple. So many of these videos have copyrighted music. I'm so sorry. This one says, if you're having a bad day, just remember things could be worse. You could be straight. You could be straight. Things could be worse. You could be a straight person. Do you know, there will genuinely be some, like, the straights out there who are pissed off by that. And they're like, what are you saying? There's something bad with being straight? It's like, no, just let LGBT plus people have a little joke once in a while. To be honest, if it wasn't for certain politicians and TERFs out there being discriminatory and trying to take away trans people's and LGBT plus people's as a whole rights away, I would very much, like, in of myself, in my own home, day to day, I don't have an issue with being trans. I forget about it. I truly appreciate the fact that being LGBT plus, so many of my friends are, a majority of my friends are, and it's how I've made a majority of my friends and the chosen family that I have, and that community and that culture is so important and such an integral part of my life that if people weren't trying to take my rights away, I wouldn't have an issue with being trans or LGBT plus, because like brought a lot of positives in my life as well. But you know, society does be societying at the minute, and it's not fun.
It does.
I saw the TV Glow star Jack Haven announce his new name. I've heard about Jack. I do not know their pronouns. I'd like to know a bit more. I'm going to Google. But always wonderful when, I mean, I think it must be so tricky to come out as anything, but right now, particularly as trans, when you're already so public facing, I can imagine that just makes the whole process feel so much harder than if you were somebody that was just coming out to friends and family, but instead you're coming out to like the world, basically. But as a trans person myself, I love seeing that representation, and the fact that there are people now within.
Thank you, Miss Hire. It's always great to see you, darling. And yeah, I will do. Anyone else, just reach out, tell everyone I'm here if they want a safe space. Okay? I'm here. Damn it, I'm doing it again. And people, comrades, remind me not to sit with my legs crossed up on the bed. I'm literally numbing my legs. So I'm being a numpty.
Mainstream media and Hollywood, like Elliot Page as well, who are comfortable and feel like they are able to come out and live their truths. Like, that is a positive to take from it. But I'm going to Google pronouns. That's the top search. Jack Haven uses they, them pronouns. Haven is a non-binary actor who came out in 2019. They're known for their roles in the Netflix series Atypical and the 2024 trans horror film I Saw the TV Glow. Oh, I didn't know they've been out as non-binary since 2019. Oh, cute, but has recently publicly changed their name. Cute. Love it. Congratulations. I like the name Jack. Oh, we're the same age. Cute. Okay, this one again has music. When I started my FTM transition at 57, you said, "You're my person, and I will," oh no, this is going to make me cry, "love you forever and always. You love more than my gender. You love me, a human with dreams, love to share, and a life we build together every day." This is so cute. You are my beautiful queen. No, don't do that. Best everything, my forever. Oh, that's so cute and very special to see. It's never too late to transition. Being trans does not mean that you are undeserving of love or that you will never find love. It's just another way of being, and there are so many people out there who will love and accept you.
Transitioning at 57. Holy fuck. That must have been weird. Especially FTM. Well done. Oh, she, her, and female. And ally. Keep correcting me if I make any mistakes, please. You can treat me as kind of a fogey at times, or an idiot.
For exactly who you are. And the reiterating, literally, never too late to start living as your true self. Why do these all have sound? I'm so sorry. In every lesbian relationship, there is one that is super handy and one who is simply there for moral support. Spuds who are lesbians. If you were in a relationship, is one of you super handy, super into DIY, and the other one just there for the cheering and the moral support and the, yeah, you do that, you drill into that wall, you've got this? I want to know, is this a thing? POV, you're a lesbian couple existing on the beach. Oh, is this person being not great? Oh, they keep staring. Oh no, don't tell me that he's just like walking along the beach and staring and pretending that he's not. You are so staring, dude. They're on to you. Oh my god, that's very bizarre. What strange behaviour. Does he realise how obvious this is? Like, do people
Probably
not understand the level of obviousness that this has? Of like, I'm going to look at the beautiful thing. Staring at you. Oh my god, look, the seat. Wait. Like, a glance. And it's... No. People are very weird. Sorry, let's finish watching.
Yeah.
It's still going.
Yeah, look, someone not bothered. Just walking on the beach.
It's the fact that he's only staring when he's walking. Oh, now he's walking the other way.
Oh.
Please don't tell me he goes towards them.
Lovely.
Sir, do not approach.
Oh, what's he doing now?
Oh, and now he's sitting next to them? Oh, no. Oh... I would be throwing some sand up in the air and hoping it gets caught by the wind and goes straight into a certain person's face. I do not condone violence. No, I would have moved. It seems horrible because like they were there first and they shouldn't have to move because some guy's being really weird and uncomfortable. But like if I were in that position, I would probably say some things quite loudly and then walk away. Oh no, that's so uncomfortable. Why are people like this? Why? If you want me in the men's bathroom so bad, then make sure you're okay with me fixing my makeup next to your husband. Imagine being like, oh, just because you're a trans woman, I don't think you deserve to be in women's spaces. Like, it's just such a alien concept to me that makes zero sense. Like, yes, they'd rather have trans men like me in the...
I've been in gents because at the time a pub that I used to frequent quite a lot was upgrading the female facilities, the women's toilets. So they changed it to basically it's unisex toilet for a while, for about a month and a half, I think. 6 weeks, 5 weeks maybe. And we all had to use the gents. They had to step up the cleaning of it, apparently. I remember talking to the bar manager about it. She was having a laugh about it. Oh, Scottish bar managers, by the way, some of them are crazy as fucking really funny. Some of them are dickheads. Can't be helped, I guess. Being born a dickhead's a terminal condition, probably. Don't get me wrong, I've probably been a dickhead in the past. I might be a dickhead in the future. Who knows?
women's bathroom than trans women. I mean, the clue is in the name of where people should go and the category they belong to. Trans man. Don't be pushing me into the women's spaces. This trans man. And then trans women. And then trans women. I mean, come on. A little bit of critical thinking could go a long way.
Hi, Harry. This is how my younger self would react to my girlfriend.
Holy shit! How? I don't know! You don't know? That's your girlfriend!
She's our girlfriend.
Ah, cute. I wonder if they did the whole my childhood crush versus the person I ended up with, would there be a similarity? POV, we lose our luggage in Cancun and the only bag that made it was your gay sisters. Well, they're all in that lesbian couture for the next week. I literally wouldn't have thought anything of that, though. I just thought it was some friends having cocktails on camera before I read the caption and was like, oh, I guess they are kind of dressed similarly, but I literally didn't even cross my mind.
I'm bi.
Oh, okay, hon.
What?
Just bi, huh?
Just...
Yeah.
I like girls as well. Of course, I like girls.
As friends?
A reenactment of coming out as bi to my mum, and then she's just like, yeah, right, homo. For some people, bisexuality is not the one. Bisexuality is real. There are very many bisexuals. Hello, proud one. But for other people, no. I love the idea that this mum just knew. She's like, no, babe, no. I know that's not right. Come on. A customer left me a note asking why we don't have any LGBT blankets.
A customer left me a note asking why we don't have any LGBT blankets, but that's not true. We do. Large, ghoulish, beguiling terror.
It's like the Babadook all over again. The horror LGBT icon. I am a beguiling.
Jamie, my lovely man, don't. That film scared the living bejesus out of me. To this day, my sister still can't watch it, and she's a horror fan. Youngest sister, not middle one. She's definitely not horror film. She's rom-coms, sci-fi. Why are you being so patchy, stupid wireless mouse?
Terror. Wow. Oh, I'm very proud of that one. What are you? Comment down below what you are out of large, ghoulish, beguiling terror. And if you want to take the imagery of that blanket, and if you are not LGBT, you are part of the Q+, then please create your own. I cannot think of any off the top of my head. But please, what other adjectives or words would you use to describe this blanket that begin with a letter of the LGBT acronym that would describe you if you are not LGB or T, or any combination of LGB and maybe T. I don't know what's happened to my words. I'm sorry. Go comment.
People call me over the top, but lately, I prefer being a bottom.
Oh no. Oh, that is like the straightest thing I've ever heard. Just totally not realizing what the connotation of that is. She doesn't want to be a top anymore. No, she does not want to be on the top. It's not even that she says she wanted to be like bottom or be on the bottom. It's just like be a bottom. She wants to be a bottom. Wow. I'm sure everybody's said something that they didn't realize what it means, but that's just like I just feel like that is everyday common knowledge of what that would mean. And I'm sure that she had many takes, an opportunity to come up with what she was saying, and then many takes to say, did nobody tell her? I mean, it is kind of funny, I could see why. But was nobody like, hang on, you maybe don't want to phrase it this way? Or maybe they did tell her and they were like, hey, I would have second thoughts about this. And she was like, no, I love it. I am a proud bottom and I want the world to know.
This man said, what do you bring to the table? Bitch, I'm a lesbian. I'll build the table.
She is the DIY savvy lesbian in the relationship. We found one. Yes. Maybe it does hold true. I wonder if she is single, and if she is, would she be looking for a non-DIYer? And if she isn't single, is she with a non-DIYer? I have so many questions. I want to test the theory. How could you build a table? I mean, I'm very not DIY savvy. I'm also not a lesbian, so I'm not part of this demographic or statistic. But I can put up a shelf. No, I probably could do some basic DIY, but I would stop at having to plaster or make things look neat and tidy after I destroyed them. But I could put up shelving or a TV bracket. I can build flat pack furniture. Not flat pack furniture, but I built the cats a rotating cat litter tray. I was very proud of myself for that one because it was way more complicated than I thought it would be. And then it turned out to be way simpler than it initially looked. And I was like, yeah, I can do this. The cats are yet to use the tray, but that's another point. POV your co-worker when they find out you're LGBTQ+.
Yeah, windows and big boots, the tea mama house down. Well, yes, Detective Fierce, darling, drag her. Show me that axe wound, sissy mama. A girl behind you, Ethel Kane, Elian Mason, Chapel, Ronan, Pret, Brat, Summer, Demure, Mindful. My wig is in space, not the boarworms queening axe.
I got a lot of that. I got multiple of those references, but there were some things I just had no idea what was being said. That was very impressive, even if they were reading that from a script. I'm impressed at the speed at which they pronounced that. But this is very true on a exaggerated level. This happens though when people find out you're LGBT+, and it's kind of sweet because it's a much nicer reaction than people being ew no, obviously. But it's that kind of, oh my god, I really want to prove to you that I accept you and that this is totally chill and you're all good here and everything. It's almost like that. I'm down with the gays, the LGBTQ+, the transes, and they try really hard to think of like cultural reference moments or things to say to make you feel included. I don't get this, but when I tell people I'm trans, like just cis straight people, and they're like, yeah, I'm trans. The most common thing I get, not just like, oh yeah, sure. I never know how to read that when people are just like, okay, yeah, that's nice. I'm like, wait, does that mean you're okay with it? I don't know. I need a little bit of validation here that everything's good. But the other type of reaction I get is people being like, oh my god, my best friend's dog's sister's auntie's brother is trans, and I love them so much. You get that desperately, like, it's like, oh, I'm friends with trans people kind of vibe. It is coming from a good place. I think it's people's way to show you of like, you're safe with me kind of vibe. And some people just take it really, really far and get very enthusiastic about it, and it can be slightly uncomfortable, but at the same time, I would prefer that than like oh, goodbye then. Basically, I'd prefer over-enthusiastic to bigot. There. Me trying to bond with the blue-haired barista so them make my drink good. There is also the word they. That would have worked. Oh, this is Karuk's new song. I can't include it. I'm so sad. Maybe I can include a little bit. Okay, that was very cute. I would recommend, highly recommend, if you have not heard Karuk's new song, let me just find out exactly what it is called, because I've heard it. Am I going to remember what it's called? No, that's just not going to happen. Their song called They. Yes, go listen. I think that's where that's from, or that was just completely separate. But Karuk has released a song about being non-binary, and it's very, very good. And I would highly recommend listening to it, and just listening to Karuk in general. And if you have no idea who I'm talking about, then what rock have you been living under? No, I'm kidding.
I wish evolution would shake things up a little bit and allow gay men to get pregnant. I'm ready.
I'm obviously not thinking this was coming from any kind of bad space towards the trans community. I'm just saying.
Uterine transplant. Possibility now. My God, what would they need to do for me? Fuck. No ovaries, stunted fallopian tubes, underdeveloped endometrial lining, and a cervix way up in the gods. So even if they did manage to, instead of doing the full package, as it were, the full reproductive thing that I would need to get pregnant on my own, 46 now anyway, it would be, I would still be ill-advised because of my other issues. But, God, full reproductive organs for me when I was maybe younger. Tall order. Trying to plumb all that in. Christ, how long would that fucking surgery have been? Ugh. So, uterine transplant's a possibility now, so might be able to do that. I do. My mum was a midwife and a family planning nurse, by the way, for most of her career. She's retired now. Oh, it's her birthday today. Oh, it was her birthday yesterday. Lovely mum. It should be okay if I just do it real soft and stretch out.
Evolution shaking things up a bit. If you want things shaken up a bit so gay men can start getting pregnant, trans men, there are lots of gay trans men. They are out there. But I acknowledge that that's probably not what he's talking about. And he's talking about if cis gay men could get pregnant and like two cis gay guys could have babies together. Anyway, what does he say? He says he's ready.
Knock me up.
I'm ready, knock me up. Lovely. No, some men can get pregnant, so that already exists. But in terms of like, I mean this in no negative way towards this guy. I feel like this would need to come with a
Card, bunch of flowers, and in the card was a £20 Boots card because she likes number 7 range for her skincare. And so I can't remember what other ones she likes. She tried all of like your mid-range ones, like your L'Oreal and your Max Factor skin products and Olay and stuff like that. She's used all of them throughout her life. I'm not sure what one she currently uses. I think she might be solely on number 7 now, actually. So she might just go and buy herself some number 7. She goes through it quite a lot. I hope she enjoys it. I hope she treats herself with that gift card. She really fucking deserves what's been put through the mill with me getting put in hospital and stuff with blood clots and having to change over my medicine regimen. It's been interesting. I'm going to be swelling up quite badly now because I've been taken back off the NSAIDs I was on to deal with the swelling to my joints and things. And I can see that my knees and my feet are both swollen to fuck. Delightful. Oh God, my lovely pair of knee-high boots are not going to fucking go on me now. Super Hubby bought me some gorgeous knee-high boots for Christmas. I love them. Might not be swollen in the morning. Doubtful. Yeah, and our favourite flowers, daffodils. In season right now.
Okay, you're like, I'm ready, knock me up, I want to have that baby. Try the simulator, like just the period cramp simulator to begin with. Because
Oh,
a
that's
lot of
fun
cis
watching men
men
go
who get
through
hooked
that.
up, you know, when they hook them up to those machines, you can have ones that
I've never really had a problem when I was on my HRT to I don't produce the hormones myself because of reasons. Quite complicated to explain really. But I started on them when I was 16 years old when I got diagnosed with my problem. I never really suffered from cramps really in that respect when I was because it was all artificial really. It was all the hormone, the HRT pills that I was on. Well, it was patches to begin with, then pills. I never really got cramp, but both my sisters suffered fucking really badly when they were teenagers. Like my middle sister, just absolute hell. And I said this to her once. I feel for you. I really do. I didn't go through that. Well, years later, after I'd been on my hormones for about 10 years. It's about 20. Yeah, about 26 is later. I said I don't know what you're going through because I've never had that kind of cramp. I've had other cramp with my muscles and stuff, especially my legs. And the pain that I go through my knees and my spine is really quite horrendous. And if it's anything close to what I go through with that, I feel for every woman that goes through period pain. It must be fucking horrible. I never suffered from that, thankfully. Adding on top of it, putting that on top of my other issues, fuck, I would have been a mess. What a mess. Hey.
like period cramps of different levels, and like cis women will be hooked up to a different device. The person controlling it will be like, right, tell me when to stop the number when that kind of reaches what you're used to with your periods, and it will be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to like 7, 8, and she's like, yeah, that's pretty much what I experienced. She's just sat there like, yeah, this feels about right. And they do the guys up to the same one, and he's like, oh my god, I'm dying, and he's just like rolling around in pain. I feel like a labor simulator, a contraction pain simulator would be interesting, because I'm not sure how many people, regardless of gender identity and sexual orientation, would be like, yeah, knock me up right now after experiencing that. But clearly a lot of people still do it. But apparently you forget, like, your brain.
Yeah, I've always found that weird, Manchetta. I don't get it. There should be papers on it actually, because there's ones on what women go through when they're pregnant, for obvious health reasons while they're pregnant and shit. My mom's read them. All her mums loved her. Apparently one of the best midwives in my hometown. Home city. And she was a teenage pregnancy midwife as well, so she dealt with a lot of young girls, teenagers that had got pregnant from like age 12 up to about age 17. She helped with them and said they loved her. Thank you so much, Titi's mum. So yeah, mum, awesome. She used to shout and swear and yell at the mums. But she was really quite good at it. She was really good at her job.
Makes you forget the pain and the experience, or a lot of it, because otherwise you wouldn't do it again if you remembered every detail. Not trying to put anybody off, just saying.
Hi, I just wanted to let you know that in this household, we do not support transphobia, homophobia.
Oh my god, I thought that, like, because they were taking the flags down, I thought they were going to be like, hi, in this household, despite the fact that I look like the human embodiment of a rainbow, fabulous, by the way, I thought they were going to be like,
we don't support trans people.
When they were, like, going to take the flag down, and I was like, wait a minute, this is supposed to be positive TikToks.
What's another phobia? We don't like spiders either. Spiders are ugly.
Just all the phobias. We don't approve of any of the phobias.
Spiders are freaky, and they can stay the hell away from me. Hello, huge arachnophobe here. I can never go to Australia. or parts of the state. Well, I can't really get into the States anyway. Some of my medicines won't be allowed in, including this, my patch, my buprenorphine patch. It is the strongest opioid because I go through agony, so that doesn't get in. Oh well, you're lost, America. I would have loved to have went over and seen some of my comrades. I really would have. So I'm inviting them over to Scotland, even just for a holiday.
I maintain that was an interesting take to, like, we don't support transphobia, takes the trans flag down. We don't support homophobia, takes the rainbow flag down. I feel like it would have worked better if they'd been like, we don't support homophobia, pin the flag up. We don't support transphobia, pin the flag. It just has a better connotation than taking the flag down. Could have had, like, the straight flag and been like, ugh, in the bin. Because, like, why is there a pride flag for cis straight people? It's nearly as strange as the super straight flag, which was the colours of a very well-known adult website and also a very well-known adult gay app.
I will send all the spiders down to you, Manchita. I know, I've always been scared of spiders. People say it's irrational. No, it's not. It's from the back of your brain from when we were still living, like, obviously, our ancestors, obviously. So it's some of these things that are from back then, like the oldest part of our brain, really, the human brain, not anyone. That. So it's there for a reason, to protect us. And a lot of us have still got that. We still get scared by these bastard things.
That's it for today's TikToks, though. That's all the little TikToks to react to. If you like this video, think about giving a thumbs up and subscribing if you want to, but no pressure. And don't forget to go comment down below what out of large, ghoulish, beguiling terror you are. Or if
I'll show you why I can never go into the waters if I ever make it down to Australia. I'm staying in the city centres, even though they still get fucking spiders. Where is that?
If you would like to make up your own based on the quilt, you may also comment that. I would love to.
Some more pars, isn't it? More pars? Where is it? Yeah, Candy? Can't remember how you spell it. I'll just go to his channel. And hopefully I will find it in his shorts. Oh, there it's there.
This jellyfish is basically a time bomb. Introducing the Irukandji, a species of jellyfish native to the northern waters of the land down under, and possibly my least favourite animal in the entire ocean, because it is just a massive, spiteful Well, massive is misleading, as this little guy is tiny. I mean, ridiculously small. Being not much bigger than your fingernail at the head and basically completely f***ing invisible to the naked eye. This is a fairly major problem, because behind that halo cloak frame they are dragging 3-foot-long tentacles and shocking absolutely no one.
Say the line, Bart!
It is one of the most venomous jellyfish in the ocean. I'm so f***ing tired of the stealth poison multi-classes on OCE servers, dude. This shit is broken. You see, those 3-foot tentacles are covered with tiny little barbs, and at the barest touch, they will literally propel themselves into your skin like a bullet and inject you with the Australia Special, a pina colada cocktail of various neurotoxins. And upon being injected, you will feel absolutely f***ing nothing. You'll keep swimming around, splashing about in the water, kissing the homies, until you are overcome with a sudden, severe feeling of impending dread. I mean the kind of dread that will have you hysterically screaming that you are about to die. I am gonna die! I'm gonna die! I'm gonna f***ing die! That's because the invisible cunt here does psychic damage, inflicting a condition known as Irukandji syndrome, which starts with a feeling of impending doom so strong there are records of people asking to be, avoiding a ban here, forcibly disconnected from God's Minecraft server. And that feeling of doom is warranted because about
did you
30
see that,
minutes
actually?
after being stung, that biological bomb goes off, with the venom initially causing extreme pain throughout your entire body. And after making you feel like a failed isekai protagonist, the venom then spikes your blood pressure and heart rate through the roof, which can cause heart attacks, blood clots, and has even been recorded to cause brain hemorrhages.
And the f***ed up part is, it doesn't have an anti-venom.
This thing sneak attacks you, waits 30 minutes, sends you a private DM telling you it got your ass, and there is not a f***ing thing you can do about it. Toxic little shit. This jellyfish is basically a time bomb.
I am never going into Australian waters. Ever. Yeah, it's really fucking tiny. That little test tube thing you saw. These things are fucking tiny. There's literally nothing you can do if you get attacked by that fucking thing. Seriously, if there is a god, they're a wanker. Just doing that to Australia. Seriously. Never going in the waters. Never. I don't go into our waters here because they are fucking cold.
Hey Spuds, it's Jamie. Welcome back to another video. Fast Photo Channel. I don't know, but welcome either way. And today we are talking.
We'll find another one from you, Jamie. Then we'll see if we can find another channel. No, 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 no. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. No. I'm not doing any transphobia. Fuck that. Just watched that one. It's been okay. Oh, I'm not watching that one again. That one was making me angry. Pointlessly gendered shit. It's always quite fun to watch that. Okay. Alright, Jamie.
She shed. She shed what? Her skin? She shed she sheds on the seashore. I have dogs on my t-shirt today. Do you like them? Hey Spuds, it's Jamie. Welcome back to another video. First video. I don't know, but...
Bye, Catherine. Bye, Cat. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Mwah. Hope you have a good sleep. I'll catch you later. Bye-bye. Oh, Super Hubby needed to go and relieve himself.
Welcome either way, I'm very glad to have you here, and today we are looking at those things that are pointlessly gendered. Why does a plate need to be for girls? And why is it more expensive than the one for boys? So yes, today we're going to be looking at all of those things pointlessly gendered, including a very special hand-delivered submission from a spud who gave me these out of book signing alongside a beautiful hand-painted box and some other wonderful things. I don't know if he'd be comfortable with me naming him, but just very appreciated. Thank you. I'm sure you know who you are if you still watch my videos. More on that later, but first, I have a very important question for you. What happens when you merge a Jamie with a Shaba? Apollo and Prawn, of course. And what do you get when you merge me with a green screen? And what do you get when you merge a team of pride-filled LGBTQ+ people with a want to provide super fun LGBTQ+ rep that's free to download in the mobile game sphere? You get Merge Cruise. Thank you, Merge Cruise, for sponsoring today's video. I'm so excited to tell you about Merge Cruise today because genuinely to me there is not a more authentic or better collaboration for me to speak to you about. As you Spuds know, I love a good mobile game, and a good mobile game that's super fun to play and hella gay. Life doesn't get better than this. Let me set the scene for you. We're on a cruise ship, it's poppin'. Elevate, great name, is giving the performance of a lifetime when... gasp. Tragedy strikes. It's now 20 years later and the ship is in serious need of renovation. Think Queer Eye on a cruise ship. That's where you come in. Alongside Chris, Benny, Mateo, Tyrell and Kara, merge your way to ship-shape glory and solve Ella's mystery, with plenty of time for a little bit of romance to blossom along the way. Progress the story and renovate by merging all of the best holiday items and fulfilling orders. We're talking burgers to banana splits, sunglasses to swimwear, and getting to know authentic queer characters along the way and what penis their coladas. Cheers. You can merge these items on 3 different power levels. Classic mode is great for a steady pace. Power mode is perfect for faster merging. And Ultra mode for max energy, max reward play. And a chance at the grand jackpot. You can switch between them anytime depending on what you want your pace of gameplay to be. And each level features a different queer character to come and join the party. I personally love playing these games when I'm winding down or I need a little switch off distraction, especially when I'm feeling anxious. And the different challenges and special events in Merge Cruise always make it feel new and exciting, so there is plenty for you to take part in, like Kara's Fusion Fair, where I combined a punch bowl with chicken nuggets to win the grand prize. Accomplished spud right here. Most importantly though, I love to see and I love to be able to support and shout out authentic LGBTQ+ rep made by LGBTQ+ people. So if you're looking for some fun, chill, safe space gaming, go download Merge Cruise for free using the link in my description box and support this inclusive game. And you can thank me for your queer cruise adventures later. Now on with the Pointlessly Gendered. I'm not going to hold you in suspense any longer. I'm going to start off with the Spud submission. I'm so grateful for this and I'm so grateful for the other things, and just, yeah, it was really lovely and sweet. So I'm super excited to be able to include these in a video. These are the jars that I was given. Ta-da! And came with a very handy note because they're written in Hungarian and I don't read or speak Hungarian. So this one translates as Strong Steve. Apparently it's hot and the jar says strength in a small jar. This is the man jar.
It's strong and it's spicy.
And this one says Sweet Anna. It's less spicy and the jar says favourite of housewives.
The lady jar and the man jar.
Thank you so much again. Here we have a birthday card, probably bought by the very classic cis straight dad who does not know how to communicate with his daughter. Facts about daughters. Lots of likes for your birthday. Yes, social media. Yes, a phone being plugged in with nothing on it but a pink background and a hashtag. 1 in 3 are fueled by pizza. Sleeping is everything. Sleeping is everything. What's going on in a daughter's brain? Streaming, music, clothes, TikTok, crisps. No. When you're basing something off of stereotypes, I expect it to actually make sense. Streaming, fine. Music, clothes, TikTok. Okay, all things that we can broadly say a lot of teenagers nowadays are interested in. Where did crisps come from? On this kind of card, I more expected like, my mobile phone. What's this tiny little wedge of brain used for? Need Wi-Fi to live. Headphones are a permanent accessory. Emoji, a big smiley face, is your second language. Check their phone on average 564 times a day. Dave was just like,
well, my daughter's on it a lot. I would guess a whole 564 times.
And then we have a little like milkshake slushy drink or some kind of coffee in a pink stripy thing. Yes, lovely. And a gaming controller. That looks like the gaming controller for the Nintendo Entertainment System. No, it doesn't. That controller is literally what comes up when you Google retro gaming controller. What do we have here? The Lady Shake Vegan. A healthy meal in a shake. You get 7 chocolate and 7 vanilla. Where's the one for the men? That's $55 for 14 shakes. Is that just me that feels like that's a lot of money? Oh, here they are, the man shake. They're the same price though. That's good. They just sound like dance moves that you don't want to see people doing. Don't understand what the difference is. A survival tool for men, but it's pink. Does spontaneously combust. King and Queen mouth tape combo. 1 month supply each. 30 pieces each. A Mr. and Mrs. are his and hers of sleeping tape. Sleep like a queen. Sleep like a king. I mean, they're literally the same except one's pink and one's black. No judgment. If this helps you sleep, and I'm honestly never tried it, so maybe it does help and I'm just being all like, oh, no, I don't like it. It's that tape that goes over your mouth, so you have to breathe through your nose. My nose gets stuffy a lot. That just scares me that I'm going to wake up in the middle of the night trying to gasp for air. My mouth is going to be covered with tape. This is all just me feeling like I think it would make me panic. I don't see how they could ever be different. They have decided to gender them. But they were like, no, we're going to be cool. The women are pink, yeah, but the men, they're not going to be blue.
They're going to be black.
So much cooler. So much more masculine. Baby girls sparkle and baby boys rock. So a baby boy is a little pebble and a baby girl is a piece of glitter. Is that what we're getting at? I think there should be like one of each for each. If you want to differentiate like that, would be cute. Or just like a sparkly baby Renesmee. Is this belt for women, men, or both? Advice wanted, please. I think at the point where you're asking the question, it doesn't matter. And I don't really know why they've held it out to highlight in the photograph the bottom of the belt. Like the underside, the bit that goes against your jeans and not the bit that actually shows, because that would have been somewhat more useful. Women's cool long sleeve hooded shirt. Men's cool long sleeve hooded t-shirt. Why do the women not get a pocket? There's some kind of pocket tax on women's clothing. Women's trousers and things barely have pockets. And now in the hoodie, you get
A lot of women's clothing do not have pockets. That's why a lot of women buy jeans, wear jeans. I have skirts with pockets. I have dresses with pockets. And when you find them in your size and they're a lovely style, fucking amazing. Most of the ones that I've got, unfortunately, online. My best one, though, the one that I found first, sorry about this, I bought it from H&M. Oh. Is that one gone now on Buchanan Street? I think it might be. Yeah, I think it's gone now. So I found it's a linen skirt and it's got 2 deep pockets in it. Brilliant. So I can wear a skirt, I can look pretty, and I can still have pockets instead of wearing jeans, especially when it gets fucking hot.
give the men one of those nice big front pockets and the women just, they don't even get small pockets, they get no pockets. I found it a very interesting choice though, that what we're seeing advertised is the woman in blue and the man in pink. So it's not all bad. Girls shades and guys shades. They're both $5. We always appreciate there not being a pink tax. Wait, hold on, was there one on the hoodies? They were both the same price. Cool, both $7.99. I mean, honestly, if I look at this, they might as well have been fun shades and boring/standard shades. Because you're not boring if you want to wear shades from the guys' shades. Because I appreciate that the ones on the girls' shades racks are a little bit unusual. Not everybody wants to wear strawberries or flames or melting hearts on their eyes. Some people may want something a little bit more basic, you know, you can't see as well when you're driving through butterfly-shaped sunglasses. But they could have been, like, fun and standard. I accidentally dropped this plate and noticed it broke perfectly in half. I was so excited about it that I showed my wife. She wasn't as excited as I was about it. I have a feeling the boys will understand. I literally...
That means there was a major imperfection when that plate was made, literally manufactured. That's why it's went like that. There's an imperfection in the way it was made up. That's how that shit happens. Something's happened in the manufacturing process. Because most of the time it goes like a jagged mess and little bits get scattered across your kitchen. That's me, by the way. I'm the one that breaks most of the shit in the household. Clumsy because my hands keep on shaking. I dropped my favourite wine glass. Holy fuck. That was a few years ago now. I missed that one. I bought my stepdad a metal goblet. And that shop's still going. It's in Buchanan Galleries. I think I might treat myself. 15, 20 quid, something like that. I bought it for Christmas. It's got a wolf on it. He uses it for his red wine when he's out in his little summer house at the back of the garden. I think it's cool. See if I can find one with a dragon on it.
really have no clue what this could be about, and I don't think this is a gender thing. So before the transphobes try and be like, oh, you're not really a man then, are you?
Because you don't know why a husband would be excited about a broken in half plate and a wife wouldn't. Gotcha!
Do you remember the classic Yorkie, early 2000s interesting thing? I never thought they tasted that nice anyway, but I would just buy them. I'd be like 10 years old in utter defiance, like,
I love Yorkie.
It's not for girls. Maybe 10-year-old Jamie definitely knew something. Okay, which one is the girl and which one is the boy? My wife and I are having a heated debate. What are they? An egg and a piece of bacon. You want to gender an egg and a piece of bacon? Are you serious? You're actually having a heated debate with your wife over the gendering of toys that represent food. Why don't you just call them both they? Argument over. Ancient monoliths are for the boys. Why? That is not a sentence I ever
Excuse
thought I
me?
would say.
No, no, no.
Women soup. Women soup. Women. Women soup for him, man. The four genders of the apocalypse. Which one are you? The Bible in 366 days for men. This is the Bible, only to be read on the leap year. Men may read this Bible every 4 years. I never understood. Surely the Bible is the Bible, so how can a Bible be gendered? Hello, my name is Peanut, and I am quite possibly the world's smallest rubber duck. Oh, isn't Peanut cute? Hello, my name is Pinky, and I am quite possibly the world's smallest girl rubber duck. Was that entirely necessary? Trailblazer, limited edition, heavy-duty men's pedicure kit. Perfect for at-home foot care, easily removes dry, cracked skin. A 5-piece pedicure tool set. It's a tool set. What does it do? Easy grip. No.
The man's grip should be hard.
Smoot. Smoot skin. Well, for you, because for a second there, I thought it was going to say smooth skin, and we all know that men's skin needs to be as rough as sandpaper. Collecto cap. Easy to clean. That looks like a barbecue scrubber. I like how it's right next to some gloves. These are so heavy duty that you need to use gloves. It just feels like they're in the tool section, like somebody didn't quite understand. Gentle and easy to use with non-slip grip. No, it should be tough and hard to use with a very slippery grip. Foot care.
But manly.
Smoothies for men. And they picked a pink one. Men have their own nutritional needs that must be addressed for optimal health. Many times we are so busy with the many different roles we play that our nutritional goals are set aside. However, it is absolutely essential to keep in mind our mental and physical health in order to physical, that sounded weird in my throat, in order to live happy, healthy lives. Following our sensible smoothies for the men of today. What does that mean? Each blend contains essential nutrients and vitamins to keep you on your toes and ready for any task. I would rather be on the soles of my feet. That sounds more comfortable than my toes. I must say the drinks in Merge Cruise look a lot better than this one. So if that's another incentive to play, then take it. It's all just stuff to make the certain type of man, and I do think this is specifically a certain type of cis straight man and feel comfortable to do certain things, like actually look after their health and their hygiene and their diet without just thinking it's something feminine. I think there's a big chunk of cis straight men out there who are like, particularly like boomers and Gen X, who are like,
no, smoothies are womanly and
certain like self-care things like washing your hair and your body with two separate things and cutting your nails. No, too womanly. So they need these like over masculinized things so they'll actually engage with certain areas of life and looking after themselves. I don't think a pink smoothie is going to help though with the kind of guy that would go for a smoothies for men. She shed what? Her skin? She sheds on the seashore. 5 deadly terms used by a woman. Fine. This is the word women use to end an argument when she knows she is right and you need to stop talking. Nothing. Means something and you should be worried. Go ahead. Do not confuse this with permission. It's I don't even want to finish reading that. And then we've got man cave, my rules, no sitting in my chair, keep your hands off the remote, women by invitation only. Any objections to the rules, please refer to rule 1. Wow. Rules for dating my daughter. Number 2, understand I don't like you. I've reached the age where my obituary will not contain the word untimely. Oh my god. Imagine somebody buying that
morbid.
for you. There's an entire display. She Shed is awful. I hate all of this stuff. This to me just reads straight couples who don't have appropriate boundaries with each other and don't communicate appropriately with each other and
Stop
slash
now.
all
Hello,
just
stop
hate
now.
each other.
Hello, hello.
That mini heart
Hello.
attack when you
Welcome
can't
in.
feel one of these in your pocket. Keys,
As the screen
phone,
says.
an ice cube in the shape of a G. Yeah, because everybody carries that around. What does that mean? There is a comment. It's ironically referring to how boys' pockets have random stuff. I, for some reason, always keep an HDMI cable with me because who knows when I might need one. Well, then the reason is because you don't know when you might need one. But also, an HDMI cable. I have trousers and jackets and things with quite roomy pockets. I would not want to carry an HDMI cable around with me unless it was in one of my coats. I just wouldn't do that. I probably need the iced G more than I'd need an HDMI cable on a random day. Puberty of girls.
HDMI cables are long. They're for connecting pieces of tech, like external DVD for this, for when I want to watch any Marvel that Super Hubby can't be arsed with. I really have put them through a lot, taking them to MCU movies. Some of them have been kind of shit, folk. But I will power through. I will get all of them, I swear to God, including the teleseries. Thanks. 3 Loki, WandaVision, All About Agnes was the other one, and oh God, Winter Soldier. No, with Falcon and Winter Soldier. There's another one. Secret War. Secret War. They're all 50 quid each on Amazon. They're going to be waiting a while. I'm not spending 50 quid on, was it 10 episodes? 10, 12 episodes in each of them? That is a lot. I will get them though at some point. I'm completely full. I've got up to phase 5 in the movies. Dear God. I really am quite sad. Hang on, I will read them out to you. Da-da-da. Oh, I have half of phase 5 because the other 3 aren't out yet. Phase 1. Iron Man, Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, Thor, Captain America, the First Avenger, and Avengers Assemble. So that's phase 1. So they're fucking old now. Phase 2, Iron Man 3, Thor the Dark World. That's the one with Christopher Eccleston's playing Malekith. Captain America, Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy, Avengers, Age of Ultron, everyone's favourite punching bag, Ant-Man. Phase 3, Captain America, Civil War. I went to the cinema to see that one. Dragged Stephen to Super Hubby to it. He fell asleep. Doctor Strange, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Spider-Man, Homecoming, Thor, Ragnarok. I went to the cinema with my sister to see that one. Black Panther, I forget how long phase 3 is. Infinity War, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Captain Marvel, Avengers Endgame, WandaVision is the next one. That's the first TV series that came out. Spider-Man, Far From Home. Phase 3 is fucking huge. So, phase 4, Black Widow, Shang-Chi and the Secret of the Ten Rings, The Eternals, Spider-Man, No Way Home, Multiverse of Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, Thor, Love and Thunder, Wakanda Forever. Phase 5, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. That one's interesting, to say the least. Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 3, and The Marvels. The other Phase 5 ones aren't yeah, I don't think they're out yet. Captain America, New World Order, Thunderbolts, and Blade. Again, I have seen Deadpool and Wolverine because my sister's got Disney Plus. She's actually got quite a lot of streaming services down the road. The rest of Phase 6 so far, Fantastic Four, again. How many times are they going to redo that? Avengers, Kang Dynasty. That should be interesting. I'm going to have to see Loki before I see that one. But it's still in production. They're having issues. And Avengers Secret Wars, the TV series. That's part of Phase 6. That's already out. They brought it up. Feige brought it up quicker. They're probably hemorrhaging money. I wonder if they're going to go into receivership again. So, all of phases 1 to 4, I have all of the DVDs, and half of phase 5 at the minute.
Okay, looks like a little cartoon taken straight out of a kid's book explaining things like puberty. Puberty of boys. They go from using the directional keys to the WASD. I feel like that could be quite descriptive for some men, particularly the men that make and relate to these kinds of memes and laugh at them and would buy the smoothies for men and the Bible for men. Girls show growth and progression. Boys just use different keys on a keyboard. No real change there. Doing the same thing in a slightly different way. Skinny cow for him. What's this? Deliciously indulgent. It's the same delicious treat he loves to steal from you and indulge in. The only difference is it's wrapped in a manly package covered with man words, so he knows to take his. Now everyone can indulge in their own skinny cow. I feel like this must be fake. Pony is made to look very stereotypically feminine. Pink.
Have you ever heard of Skinny Cow? It's a range of like dairy products and ice cream and stuff. And be careful with it if you see it anywhere. We got it on offer in Tesco fucking years ago. Fuck. It has certain side effects on certain people's guts. And that's all I'll say. I will leave it at that. Because the rest of it is not pretty. Ugh. So Skinny Cow is like low fat or low sugar or something. Ice cream and dairy products. We got 2 tubs of it. Super Hubby thought it tasted weird, so I ended up eating most of it. We got a vanilla and a chocolate one. And yeah, I'm not going to say any more. I haven't seen it for a while actually. Maybe it isn't popular up in Scotland.
And flowers and all that stuff. Oh, horse. Looks like a dude bro horse. Does the creator of this book realise that pony and horse are not genders? One pan cookbook for men. 100 easy single skillet recipes to step up your cooking game. Wow. The masculine urge to be grateful for the things you have. This very much reads like
The women are never grateful. Those ungrateful women.
oh, how feminine to be ungrateful, but I, on the other hand, modern coffee table installation instructions. Personally, that's quite ugly. Girls are recommended to use a hammer for installation. They're too weak. The women, they're too weak to build this ugly table. The trivia test for manly minds. Mr. Know-It-All. Wow, Mr. Know-It-All. He's got that games controller on, like the girl card. Think Work car emergency kit for teen girls and ladies gifts pink emergency roadside assistance kit with 10-foot jumper first aid kit. Wow, I love the title of some of these. They're just like a diarrheal stream of consciousness of
For ease, I will call him my brother-in-law. It's my sister's partner. He is a mechanic. Technically, legally, jump cables, you're not allowed to use them. Although they're in every mechanic's box. You're not meant to do that because it damages the battery and voids whatever warranty you've got in your car. I actually got him a kit for Christmas a few years ago. A few years ago now, actually. Still uses it. Apparently that was his 7th set of jump leads. It's a lot of jump leads.
every word describing the product. I guess they're trying to hit as many keywords as possible. It even comes with pink ponchos. How fabulous. Anyway, that's everything for today's installment of Pointlessly Gendered Products. Oh yes, what did we think? Did you like it? And the little submission, the personal one that I physically have. Pointlessly Gendered Product. Wow. Also, don't forget to go show some love to Merge Crews. I'm super happy to be able to share about them. So go click the link in my description box to download the game for free and have some fun. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Think about getting a thumbs up and subscribing if you want to, but no pressure. And I will see you next time. Much love. Bye.
Send them up here, Jamie. I'll try them. Let's see. Um, Let's go and say hi to Jessica. Oh, well, this be the one where Shab and Jamie are on. Ooh. Oh, I need them on.
Hello, lovely people, and welcome to the newest episode of Ask Your Lesbian Moms. Today we're joined by your favourite auntie and uncle, Amy and Shaba. Don't worry though, to keep with COVID regulations, we're talking through a door. How's that glass?
You can't tell there's glass from there. I was like, I'm just looking at wood right now.
It's a bit like that old series of Blind Date with Cilla Black. And a blind date tonight.
So we're going to be answering questions that were asked over on our Instagram at Jessie and Claude. But first off, Jamie and Shaba, would you like to introduce yourselves?
My name's Shaba.
I'm Jamie.
We are an LGBT plus couple in different ways. We are not lesbian mums. We can be your bisexual, trans...
Aunt and uncle.
Yes, we were talking about this today.
Uh-huh.
You know how, like, there's mum and dad, and then there's parents? Is there a gender-neutral term for aunts and uncles? Or nieces and nephews? Do we have, like, cousins and children and parents?
And that's what, like, I saw niblets.
Niblets?
Yeah, they're like gender-neutral term for niece and nephew.
Oh, niblets.
Okay.
I love that.
Niblets.
If it's not a thing, it is now. Welcome, niblet.
Yeah, please, if you have gender-neutral terms for aunts and uncles,
I'd love to know.
let us know down in the comments. Okay, so we're going to start with
Interesting.
kind of an easy question. I'm 17. All my friends are getting girlfriends and boyfriends, and I'm not. I just feel very unlovable. Any advice? Well, I would say, first of all, there's no timeline for life. There's no rule book. No one says, at this age you have to do this, at this age you have to do that. You know, I'm sure we all lost our virginities at different ages, had our first kiss at different ages.
You didn't have your first girlfriend until you were like 21?
23.
23.
Yeah, there's no time. Just because other people around you are doing it, if it's not right for you yet, or you haven't found that one person that you want to do that thing with, there's really not any point, I feel personally, in just being like, I mean, this person's here, they're okay, we can date because I need to date someone.
No, for sure. I remember feeling like, oh, I'm really strange compared to everybody else. I felt really behind all of the people of my age. Yeah, up to then we met. And I was like, oh, it can just happen really quickly. And you don't know when, and you don't know who. And it's just worth waiting and not pressuring yourself.
Also, there might never be. And that's okay too. You know, you do you. And just to offer a devil's advocate point of view, I feel like you might disagree as a couple.
Oh.
We often talk very openly about how we regret getting together so young. We wish we had the ability to not be in a relationship.
To have like dated when we were teenagers.
And found ourselves independently a bit more too. Don't stress yourself out, my love.
No, I totally agree with that. Jessica says she wishes that she didn't have a girlfriend before me because she would have wanted me to be like the only one because we're soulmates. But I was like, no, I prefer that we had like some life experience first.
Play the field.
Yeah. I even tried to encourage your brother's now wife to break up with your brother because they had been dating since the age of 12, and I was like, you just don't know really if he's the one.
They are still together and they are now married.
No.
So don't listen to my advice.
No. The next question, Jamie may be able to help with. So, I thought I was gay and a lesbian, but I actually realised that I'm trans. How do I tell people that actually I'm a guy and I'm straight?
Oh, well, I might be able to tell. This is literally the scenario I was in. I was like 16, I thought I was a lesbian, and then I was like, oh no, I'm a trans guy. Yeah. I think it's about finding somebody that you feel you can talk to first. Like, coming out and telling people that is always really scary, but I found it so much easier after I told, like, friendship groups, like parents, just somebody that was, like, on my side, and then I felt ready to go out to the world and be like, this is who I am. That sounds really cheesy.
It's fine, it's your journey and it's what works. Yeah, that's great.
I think it's perfectly fine to come out as many times as you need.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if you think, maybe I think I might be bisexual, and you're like, oh no, actually, I think I'm gay. And then you're like, no, I was wrong. I wasn't bisexual.
There's a lot of stigma around that, I got it wrong, but why should there be?
I think it's great to know who you are.
It's also easier to know that you have the support of people who love you before you go out and tell other people, because if you get rejected or discriminated against by other people, at least you know that other people have your backing,
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, which moves us on to another question, which is, how can I help my homophobic family accept me?
I always go with time and gentle education. You can't force people to see the world a certain way or force people to accept things, but there's a way of having a balance of patience and kind of just bringing it up every so often, if it's safe to do so, that over time can sometimes bring people's barriers down and lead them to being more open-minded.
And not getting confrontational about it.
Yeah.
Just be like, if they're like, oh, your friend, it's like, it's not just my friend. Like, but you don't have to argue about it.
Respect yourself, but in a way that's not aggressive.
Yeah. Reach out to who you feel safe to, obviously. Depending on what the family is like. I hope they got through that. That must have been shitty.
And keep yourself safe, because sometimes things that you might perceive as being your parent being homophobic, i.e. in a social situation not introducing your girlfriend as your girlfriend, might actually be your parent protecting you from a wider group that they know are going to react negatively to that situation.
Or if they don't know how they're going to react.
Yeah, that too. So I think safety first, always, and a little by little approach. I think
baby steps.
Any kind of phobia, a good thing is to get to the root of why they feel that way. Like, maybe what they're feeling is actually a deep sadness because they really wanted grandkids, maybe. And they're like, I thought this life for you in my head, and you were going to get married and have kids, and now you'll never be happy. And so it's really great if you can bring them
that's not
examples that say, that's not true. There are many couples nowadays.
Look at this amazing same-gender couple right here.
People can get married, they can be happy, they can parent if they want to, if that's right for them. This isn't blocking my avenues, parents. This is opening them up, so I'm happy.
I think it's also important to remember that people do things, like parents in particular, they're often acting in your best interest. Sometimes when someone thinks so strongly that what they're doing is right, they're not willing to listen. So you've got to wait until you can be saying something, but they might not be listening. So just waiting until that moment where they're open to listening.
Sometimes people have a light bulb moment, just seeing something, hearing something, and then that's when they become receptive and more open-minded.
So how did your mother come to that?
Yeah, I mean, we had a situation where it was so many, 1 step forward, 3 steps back, 2 steps forward, 10 steps back. It was not a linear journey at all. And with regards to accepting your transition as your partner, which is different to my story, it was actually after Jamie had surgery, which we didn't even tell her about because I was worried about making things worse. And soon after, when something went very wrong and you had to go in for a second emergency surgery, and I was just a broken mess on the floor.
Your
my
mum
was
like
texting
stepped
me, and
in
I
and
told her. She came straight away, she saw you, and then she said, her exact words were, I realise now that no one would choose to put themselves through that amount of pain or, even surgery just for no reason. This isn't a choice. And it was on her own accord then that she then went and read up, watched the documentary, and became really open to then listening and understanding more.
And a lot of people of an older generation have been brought up to believe that LGBTQ plus identities are a sexual preference, meaning it's something that we have chosen and we can therefore unchoose.
Like something off an menu.
But we, of course, know it's not the truth.
I recently just found out that
I put it this way, especially in my own regards. Did I choose to be disabled? Did I choose to be born like this? So saying it's a choice is stupid, really. Just don't. Please read up. Thank you. We don't choose these things. We are these things. We feel like this. We are this thing. We do act in these ways. Thank you. I have to shield myself now because I'm on a Pixaban, a blood thinner, so I have to be really fucking careful when you're inherently clumsy. Huh. Interesting. So these aren't choices. Being disabled, being gay, being trans, being a lesbian, being bisexual, not a choice. We are these things. We feel this.
to commit adultery, the actual term to officially commit adultery is you have to have had sex with the opposite sex. So if you're in a same-sex relationship, it doesn't count if you had sex with another woman. So, you know, I think that's kind of really unfair and backwards.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's been put in place to protect people who are closeted within marriages, but then still, I still think it's still adultery, isn't it? Like.
Yeah, just to be clear, we live in England, a country in which it is legal to get married as a same-sex couple, but you cannot divorce the same-sex sexual relations.
No.
Wow.
That was just a really random little side point.
Don't worry, she was not Googling that for any concerning reasons.
Like I keep on saying, the law is an arse.
I did a bit of a boo-boo.
Your mum's
is written by people.
Okay, this one is specifically for Shaba. How do you deal with feeling like an imposter as a bisexual when you're dating a man?
Do you ever?
An imposter?
Do you ever deal with it? It's tricky, and I think it's just been time and understanding my own place with my own identity that's helped me preserve my sense of being LGBT+. Even today, and I think it's slightly different because with the platform that we have, I'm always seen as Jamie's ally, the trans ally, the trans person. So yeah, that can sometimes feel, it's funny, it's the irony because bi is always raised anyway. But give it time, and also, if you feel up for it, take a look into bi culture as a thing in itself. It's something we've both had a lot of fun exploring recently, and it is a thing of its own term, and it helps plump up your little identity.
What if you're a bi person in a straight relationship? Like, you can look up bi culture, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, but just bi culture in general. I know it sounds kind of odd, but we saw something recently, and it's like imagine a pie chart where there's like blue for boys, pink for girls, and bisexual is purple. Quite often the assumption is that being bi is because you're a mix of the two. But if you see purple as its own colour, not as a combination of something, you realise that actually clear phone cases and cuffed jeans are a thing for bisexuals. I'm not saying that everyone like does.
I have a clear phone case.
There must.
I don't like clear phone things. Look at that gorgeousness. And look, like the bisexual colours. It's brilliant, isn't it? So £7, Amazon. Made to wear, tickets. Oh, if you want to have a laugh, I was seeing on the news earlier on, a container dock in China with just obviously not an entire fucking sea, but just a sea of containers, just tons of them. It's quite funny to look at. They were meant to be going to the States. They're not now. 145% tariffs. What the fuck? So, where the hell is all that stuff going to go now? Europe? Asia? Africa, maybe? Well, it depends. the American market is very fucking unique. We can't take on all of that stuff here in the UK, but maybe Europe can. We can take some of it, I guess. Just seeing all those containers just sitting there, not moving, is weird. And it's not cheap, them just sitting there either. They were meant to getting shipped. So they're just sitting there, literally just getting saltwater damage and gathering dust. I don't know how full those containers can go, how much stuff they actually put in them.
What was the other thing?
Rolled up cup of jeans.
Oh, I'm safe. I don't own jeans.
You have one of each.
I don't like cup
I've
jeans.
never kissed a boy.
I do cup.
Yeah, awkward thumbs up.
Do you finger
guns,
guns?
bisexuals. It's a whole thing.
Look, it's kind of.
Sorry, are the bisexuals
Really,
claiming
finger guns.
everything?
Do that. The lesbians claim that we like to sit on the floor at social gatherings.
Which is really true. Stop it.
You sit on the floor.
It's just comfier, okay?
Alright, next one. I sometimes dream of being with boys, even though I'm in a happy gay relationship. Is that normal?
So imagine this is a...
Yeah, so this is a girl who is in a relationship with another girl, but she still sometimes dreams about boys.
Like
And the answer to
sexually?
that- I'm assuming,
Or like
yes.
romantic dreams?
She just says dream. I sometimes dream of being with boys.
Or being with, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, I think dreams, I personally am quite a big believer of dreams, because I think they're very much like your subconscious thoughts, and if you keep dreaming it a lot, it's like really like yourself is trying to tell you something that maybe you're ignoring.
Not just the cheese you ate too late at night.
Yeah, I mean, you can have some really weird psycho kind of like dreams, but like if it's something really specific and it's
Oh, for crying out loud, that myth is really pissing me off. Eating cheese before you go to sleep does not give you nightmares or weird dreams. Trust me on that. I eat a fuck ton of cheese. Do I dream? I might dream, I can't remember. Like I say, my memory's fucking weird. What a result of the meds I've been on for most of my life. So it messes, probably does messes. It changes the way your brain works. So essentially, they believe they can't. It's difficult to prove without taking someone's fucking brain out, obviously. But even at that, you'd have to notice what was actually happening. A functional MRI might work, but even at that, how do you interpret what's going on in here, especially in here? I can't interpret it half the time. So that link to saying cheese, nightmares, weird dreams, please stop. It's not true. And even if we do remember our dreams, people think it's a way for us to decompress and deal with all the, I don't want to say trauma, but all the stuff that you deal with during the day. So it doesn't really matter if you eat before you go to bed, whether it's cheese or not. The link is so fucking stupid.
often the theme is repeated, I often and it's quite realistic to life, then I often think it is something that maybe you should listen to. And the fact that you're asking the question now, maybe you are also realising that maybe you should...
Perhaps there's something you wish to explore.
Exactly.
Yeah.
However, that doesn't necessarily mean anything about the relationship that you are currently in.
Yeah.
Because your sexuality is something that stands alone, I always think, from the person that you're dating. So the person that you're dating probably falls into the Venn diagram of people that you fancy. However, they are not all of it. Just because you're currently dating, just because you're a woman currently dating a man does not mean you're straight. You could be bisexual. Just because you're two women currently dating and you're like, maybe, boys are quite attractive, doesn't mean that you can't still be dating that woman.
Yeah, definitely.
You're allowed to fancy whoever you want, and as many people as you like. As many
Women
different types of
as
people.
long as you don't make a purchase. If you subscribe to monogamy.
In which case. Alright, what is the difference between a fear of intimacy and a lack of romantic attraction? I love my girlfriend, but I'm so scared.
it might take some digging, particularly if there's something traumatic that's led to you feeling that way. But intrinsically, I feel like that's something that I would probably know if I really questioned and asked myself.
Because
Whether it was coming from a place of fear or like just not wanting.
Because if there's like a desire there, but it's like there's a block on you acting out those desires, or is there just a lack of wanting that?
Yeah.
I think that the best advice we could give would be to explore within the boundaries that you feel safe, a little by little by little. So kind of build
to communicate to your partner that you're feeling like that and say, I'm sorry, but this is how I feel, but I obviously love you and I don't want to be like this. I'd like it if we can be more intimate, if that's what you want. And then maybe just say, can we just start with like sensual touching, but it's not going to lead anywhere, just so it takes away some of the fear of more. Maybe there's an expectation of having to fulfill some kind of sexual requirement and fantasy, and that's what's putting too much pressure on you.
Yeah, if you say like, we're just gonna make out. It's not gonna lead anywhere, and we're both aware of
a safe
this.
word.
Therefore, I'm not feeling any pressure. Yeah,
We're just
have a safe word.
We'll do like some massages of each other's bodies, and then we'll just have a cuddle afterwards or something, you know?
Oh, that sounds so lovely.
Yeah.
Let's all massage and cuddle, guys. Sounds good.
It's quite hard to recognise it's something that you just actually don't want to
Yeah.
do because you know
Yeah.
it's so socially
Hi, Viking
expected
Girl.
of you
Hi,
to do
darling.
it.
Yeah.
So then you feel like
that's
there's something wrong with me
me.
for not wanting it.
Yes.
When actually there's something wrong with you. Like,
There is never
The lovely
anything
Viking
wrong
Girl
with
is
how you are
lurking in
feeling.
the
You are
void.
always valid to feel
Say
how
hello
you
to
feel.
Viking Girl.
Nibble it.
a little nugget for the nibble.
Oh my god. Do you to that?
I'm in love with my best friend who has a boyfriend. What should I do? My entire teenage years.
A love triangle. The twilight of scenarios.
Is it a love triangle? It's more like a love line. It doesn't join.
Unless you're into the boyfriend too, it's a love line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless the boyfriend's into you. That's all.
Oh,
Imagine.
wow.
That'd be
Yeah. I really like my best friend, but she likes her boyfriend, but her boyfriend likes me.
Yeah.
Oh,
I hope it's not that situation, because that's complex.
There is a reality TV show in that somewhere.
Yeah, definitely.
We were best friends. I fell in love with you,
When I had a boyfriend.
but you didn't have a boyfriend. But it's still
Shut up,
She's
like,
like,
I did have a boyfriend.
you didn't.
You did have a boyfriend?
Hang on.
Not when I had those feelings for you.
It depends when you
Yeah.
fell in love. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But see, you told me you were crushing on someone else who then didn't end up being real.
No, they
Oh
were real.
my
Oh no, they were real. It just wasn't like a serious interest.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if I have a controversial opinion on that kind of scenario, but it's like if this person that you liked was single, it's kind of like if you feel comfortable to express your
different,
feelings,
yeah.
go for it. But when they're in a relationship, I think it's not fair to impede on that relationship.
It doesn't matter what.
That's a
sex-
lesson I should have learned as a teenager. That you crush on your best friend, and regardless of her sexuality, she's in a relationship.
I think it's just like the general rule of life.
Someone's in a relationship, step back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, next.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you for having us.
That was very insane.
Now you should go and follow Jamie and Java across all of their social medias, which I will be listing down in the description. And we are also going to be making a video that you will find on Shaba's channel, and it's out right now. Click the link in the end card. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Mwah.
Oh, that's members only. Oh my god.
Hello, lovely people.
Hi.
You're joining us today for another edition of Choosing Baby Names for Our Twins. But kind of not really, because we're actually going to be looking at the worst baby names from our family tree, thanks to my heritage, because I've got really into family trees recently.
Recently. You've always been into family trees.
Yeah, that's fair. It was really quite fair. But there are some very, very interesting family names to be found in our family trees. I did have a little difficulty delving back into yours due to my inability to read Chinese. I have actually got names today that are half from my family tree and half from your family tree. So we're also going to guess which family tree they come from, whilst deciding whether we dislike them and to what degree.
Well, last time Bertie was very involved with the names, weren't you, Bertie?
Yes.
He liked to eat all the ones that we were like, these are not good enough. And even some of the ones we weren't sure about, he just ate them.
Yeah, even the ones we thought were okay. He still ate them. If you would like to watch
I
us
watched
going
that
through
one,
some
I
pretentious
remember
baby
them.
names and deciding whether we liked them or not, maybe you liked
Oh,
them.
isn't Bertie
I
a wee
think
cutie?
pretentious,
Look at him.
you know, can be an okay word. You know, it doesn't mean anything. Then click the link in the description of this video to go and watch the other video. So we have 3.5 months until these babies come. Let's choose some names. Are you ready, Bertie? I know you're very invested in this. Also, I'd just like to say that this is a lovely bowl that was given to us by Jamie and Shaba.
It was. I think it was just given to you, wasn't it? For a birthday present.
Present to both of us. Our birthdays are both really close to Christmas. We're both winter babies, so we're very pleased that our children are going to be June babies, Pride Month babies.
Yeah, my main priority was that they would be able to get bouncy castles if they want to. But then we went to a party in January where there was a bouncy castle because it was indoors, and I was like,
our parents lied to us!
Yeah. It's like, what? We were never allowed bouncy castles indoors when we were young.
I knew I had some interesting characters in the family, but nothing could have prepared me for diving into my heritage and the fact that my great-great-grandfather was Walter White. Not that one, obviously. I also have more than one relative called Lettuce. Stunning. And apparently I'm related to Genghis Khan. But aren't we all? So who was Lettuce Nollies? And more importantly, do we look alike? I have her nose. It's the hair, isn't it? I know, it's spitting image. Building my family tree is just one of the many reasons I am obsessed with My Heritage, who are kindly sponsoring today's video. My Heritage lets you build your family tree, trace ancestors and uncover records you'd never find on your own. Marriage certificates, newspaper articles, and even photos of family crest. It's not just names. My Heritage gives you all the tea on your unique heritage using your DNA. The ethnic groups you originate from and their geographic regions. With a premium account, their new ethnicity update even tells you about your ancient origins. In the Ice Age, were you Germanic, Phoenician, Celtic, Siberian, Sub-Saharan African? Let me know in the comments below. Whether you want to discover more about your great-great-grandparents or...
Scottish. Norwegian, Canadian, Scottish, and Caribbean in my family tree. They'd done this to look through if there was any conditions that they could identify through my genetics when they found out my genetic condition when I was 16. So I've had that. The NHS paid for it. They done it. Christ, that was 30 years ago. Fuck. So that's already been done for me, so I don't need to worry about paying for it. The only one I'd want to do is find out how far back, who I can find out about, basically who they were, what they were like, when they were born, where they were born, possibly how they lived. My granddad done that. It took him 6 years. He went right back though. But what you have to remember about Scotland, a lot of our documentation got burnt, so we couldn't make claims for anything, especially titles and heritage and shit like that. We've done it to ourselves, essentially. Or we've done it so we prevented the English from getting any of our documentation to prove if there was any connection. See, look, this person should have got it. This English person should have been on that, is having that seat, having that land, that castle up there. So we destroyed it to protect ourselves and to deny other Scottish other Scottish people claim to like the throne or something, or claims to like royal seats, like castles across Scotland. So partly to protect the Scottish people from having other people come up and take land and shit. That happened anyway, obviously. And we also done it to deny cousins and other family members from getting to the throne, getting the crown. I'm a Republican, by the way. But diving into that history must have been interesting for my granddad. So he managed to get back, without getting enough documentation, he managed to get back to like the 1200s, the 13th century. So that was fun reading all about that before we lost him.
Prove to your friends that you do actually have that heritage you claim to. Click the link below to uncover your family's history with My Heritage. Because outrageous baby name.
That thing that Jessica said there, that she's related to Genghis or Genghis, whatever, Genghis Khan. Because it's so far back, there's probably millions of people who can trace their heritage back to Genghis Khan. Plus, they had hundreds of concubines and wives and stuff, so probably a prolific shagger. And like quite a lot of royalty when they're not having reproductive issues, let's put it like that. And everyone can apparently in Europe at least can trace their heritage back to Charlemagne. Of course you can. Everyone can do that. If you go far enough back, you could be related to like Roman emperors and shit. But trying to trace that far back, trying to find individuals, actual people, we don't have documentation for that shit anymore.
Names are great, but knowing the stories behind them, even better. Alright, first name. Don't get too excited. It might be a good one. You can't eat all of them. Okay. I said it would be a good one. I was optimistic. Would you like to have a go trying to pronounce this name, darling?
Olympiada. Olympiada.
Olympiada.
Olympiada.
Olympiada. Olympiada. Greek origins meaning from Mount Olympus. Olympiada. An obvious name.
I didn't think I'd go for that one.
For a little girl.
Olympiada. It just sounds like an Olympian, doesn't it? But someone who maybe limps whilst they're doing it.
Well, yeah. Your name literally means lame.
Yeah, it does.
As in limping, not lame as in.
They've already given a big clue with a name like that. It's probably going to be Jessica. That's a family member in Jessica's family tree. I'm seeing. Just taking a guess at that one.
I'd be very sad about that. I'd be like, what's my name mean, Daddy? And he'd be like, it means, it's from Emperor Claudius, and he was lame, so the name just means lame. I'm like, great.
Why did you choose
so inspiring.
Your dad just really likes Roman names.
Right, Betty's like, can I have it? Can I have it?
We're probably not going to call our daughter Olympiada. That's quite bad. I think this is actually my great grandmother.
Who is Greek?
Russian.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Give it
very bad. Very bad.
Walter.
Aww. Yeah. Walter.
It says it's originated in Northern Europe from Old High German word Voltari, which is made up from the words Volt, power, and Hari, army.
Ooh, a powerful army.
Ooh. Well, that was from my side, wasn't it?
Both of our sides.
Ah.
We both have a Walter in the family.
Nice.
Walter, for those who don't know, is the name of our old dog.
Yeah.
I had Walter. I've had him since I was a teenager, and then when we met, he was sort of the thing that made Claudia fall in love with me.
Yeah.
Other than my obviously wonderful personality and my face, just everything about me, but really it was Walter.
It was really just about dog.
It was really Walter. Mm-hmm. When we were pregnant with Rupert, my parents were like, don't you dare name him Walter. Yeah. But now Walter's gone, and I think We could
give one of the twins Walter as a middle name.
We could bring that one back.
Rupert actually was asking me all about Walter today.
Oh.
He wanted to know all about Walter's life.
Okay.
Yeah, so I did that whole thing.
Wonderful.
And then and then it got basically up to, and then Walter died, and then Tilly was on her own.
Oh, this is when I joined you and you were talking
this
about
was in the
cremation.
car. No, this was in the car. I think the cremation story brought up. And then we were in the, and then he was like, and then I was like, and then we got Bertie. And he's like, and then what happened? I was like, well, Bertie's still well, you know what, that's it. Bertie's still a puppy. He's like, yes, but tell me when Bertie's an adult, Mummy. I'm like, I don't know.
I don't know
Bertie's life story yet.
Rupert is currently on a kick where he wants to know when people will die as well. I'm like, we don't actually have access to that information, but Claudia believes he does because she thinks he's an oracle.
We were eating breakfast today and he just out of the blue went, oh no, it's because I said Bertie was like Walter, like friendly, and anyway, and then whereas Tilly barks at everyone. And Rupert went, yes, but Walter's dead. I was like, yes. He's like, where is Walter's grave? Oh, he doesn't have a grave. We have him in a box. And then he's like, why do you have him in a box? I was like, And then
I wouldn't hide from that. I would answer the child. They cremated Walter. Interesting. Suppose it would be easier. People have buried their pets, by the way. Walter's in a box. Okay. Walter was lovely, by the way. I loved Walter. I thought he was a lovely little dog. I'm more a dog person. Don't get me wrong. I love all pets. Pets are brilliant, except those weirdos that have spiders as pets. Sorry, spider. Arachnophiles. Me being an arachnophobe, I just look at you like you're there's just something weird going on up there. Spiders are hellspawn, especially in Australia.
I was like, well, some people when they die, you bury them. And I was like, oh, that sounds a bit morbid.
And some people you burn them.
I didn't say that. You went.
No, I stopped her before she.
You went turn into ashes.
We turn them into ashes. You don't. And he was just like.
Fun fact: on my mum's side, all cremations. Two burials on my dad's side, but everyone that's died since, they've all been cremated. But on my mum's side, everyone that has passed in my family on my mum's side, uncles and aunts have passed away, and my grandparents, all cremated. And it all gets scattered in a rose garden up in Perth. I don't know. Super Hubby was cremated. With our vast collection of books, and that ain't fucking happening. That's my retirement.
Okay. He doesn't need to know how ashes are created. Our next name, Xavier. Xavier.
I was going to say it sounds Jewish.
Yes, it's a variation of the Hebrew name Zeruah.
Zeruah.
Rupert, Bertie likes this one. He's licking your hand.
He does, but I can't pronounce it. So it might be an issue. Don't chew my brain. Oh, we should have.
Rupert, Bertie likes this one. He's licking your hand.
Fall, pain, or tribulation of the Lord.
So it might be an issue. Don't chew my Oh, we should deploy so you can chew my bracelet, I see. Which means balm, pain, or tribulation of the Lord. I don't think we should name a child something that means pain.
No, well, I mean, my name's Lame.
Yeah.
Pain and
I
lame.
know, and you bring it up a lot. So, no, it's a no. It's a no. This is actually from your side of the family.
Oh, was it?
Yes. I mean, you can eat it, actually, because we can't pronounce it, and we should only name our children things we can pronounce easily.
Mika.
That's not Mika.
Milka.
Milka.
Oh, another Hebrew name from meaning queen, like, or ruler. Milka. Again, sorry for the accents. I don't know why I have to say it in an accent.
I don't. Yeah, Milka is actually, interestingly, from my American side?
I would not go for it. It sounds like something. It sounds like.
It does sound like a milking a cow.
Yeah, it sounds like go tell the milker. You know.
We may also be pronouncing this incorrectly.
Milka.
Maybe the emphasis is different. Maybe it's not like milk. Maybe it's more like me. Liquor. No, that's not better.
Milka.
No.
Okay, no, never mind.
Never
mind. Next one. Sorry, Milka. I'm so sorry.
Nelly,
that's very cute.
That was my great grandma's name.
Yeah, it's also your grandmother's middle name.
Yeah,
and
because
your
after her mother.
Grandmother.
Nice.
English nickname for Ellen, from the Greek Helen, meaning torch or light. I like it.
I'm really sorry, but my mum used to call me Nelly the serving maid when I had to wash up in the scullery.
Why did you have a scullery? I mean, I think if you have a scullery, you're justified to call someone a maid.
Where's your daughter?
What is a scullery?
What's a scullery?
Is it like a posh? Is it like a name for a not so nice utility room?
Yeah. A utility room that the people who own the house don't see. Except it's the modern era, so they do.
Hang on.
Is it like a name
Give
for
the
not
definition.
so nice?
A small kitchen or room at the back of a house used for washing dishes and other dirty household work. Okay. Because they were scullery maids. Interesting.
Yeah. A utility room that the people who own the house don't see. Except it's the modern era, so they do.
Yeah, like what the? What about Ellen?
Ellen.
Yeah,
I used to know an Ellen.
Which is
She
where
was
the
lovely.
name Nelly comes from. Or Helen. I don't like Helen.
No, Helen's too
Oh
much
my
like
gosh,
Helen of Troy.
There were 4 Helens at my school. In my
That's
year. I
basically
mean,
young Helen.
not in my school, there were probably about 25 Helens in my school. I mean, there were like 4 Helens in my year.
Helen feels like a boomer name to me. I'm surprised that there were so many young Helens.
Maybe their
around.
parents were called Helen. Helena, though, I think's nicer. Just that extra A on the end.
Oh yeah, Helena.
Yeah.
Suddenly it's young again. I definitely feel that
Also, isn't that character from the English actress who's in the L Word, isn't her name Helena? I think she made the name nice again. Jessica's not an L Word fan. It's just like goes over her head so much. She has no idea what I'm talking about. Like, what is this lesbian?
I'm sorry. I largely watched the L Word in the middle of being on bed rest. I'm very pirated copies, okay?
Yes.
I was in a semi-coma. Give me a break.
Whereas I watched it with pirate downloads in the middle of the night under my covers in secret.
So no one knew you were a lesbian. Not even yourself.
And every day I'd walk past HMV and be like, oh, I could just buy the box set. It'd be so much easier than having to wait 2 hours for me to be allowed to watch the next pirate episode. Because it would restrict how much hours you could watch. and then that site would take it down and it'd be like, damn it, you have to find another site.
Goodness me. Gen Alpha, they'll never know this.
Nelly?
Drama.
Nelly?
No, I'm
Oh.
sorry, Nelly is a serving girl. So sorry.
so rude
all
about my family.
all we can do is unlearn.
Look, it's not my fault my family were EastEnders and yours were scullery owners.
Oh, Leona.
Thomasine. Aramaic roots meaning twin.
Oh!
Originates from the name Thomas, which also means twin. I did not know Thomas meant twin. Yeah.
Our Bible reading is...
Is it a girl's name or a boy's name?
I knew a
Thomasine.
Thomasina
I'm
when I
guessing
went
it's
to
a girl's
uni.
name.
Thomasine, the girl's
I've heard
name.
of Thomasina.
Yes, so Thomas would be the boy's name, Thomasina and Thomasina would be girl versions.
That's quite cute.
Nice that
We do really
like an E ending as
long girl
Thomasina as
names
well.
that you can shorten to have boy
Depends on
nicknames.
what you're
Because you
also
should be prepared to be a child.
We'd also names that we can
variations.
make into 2 things. Like Rupert, we called him Ruru, which we're now forbidden to do now that he is nearly 4. He's like, my name is Rupert. Okay.
It's Rupert, not Rue.
And every time we come up with any names, Jessica's like, yeah, but can we make it into a la name? You know, not everything has to be a double barrel, like a double. What do you call that when you repeat the same sound? There's supposed to be a word for it.
Don't know, Auntie Cece. What is it?
Yes, I'm Auntie Cece to my nephews. You're also Auntie Cece sometimes.
I am.
They just get confused.
I can't tell the difference between us.
I think they can now. I don't think it's that they can't tell. I think they don't care. They're like you, adult woman.
No, it's not.
Yo, lesbian
No,
aunts,
yeah.
come. As a pair, always. Thomasine is quite cute,
Yeah.
although I think I would prefer Thomasina.
Why does it remind me of Beatrix Potter character?
Thomasina Ticklemouse.
Oh, that's
Titlemouse, sorry. Thomasina Titlemouse.
Rupert's been reading a lot of Beatrix Potter. He also told us the other day why he poo-pooed the name Beatrix, because that was one of our options for a little while, because he couldn't pronounce Beatrix Potter, but he's like, I can pronounce Beatrix Potter now, so it's okay.
It's allowed to go back on the baby list. Okay. Yes, it has to be pronounceable. These names that we choose for these twins need to be pronounceable.
That was my neck, sorry.
Seduced
What would the
by
what would
us
the,
and by Rupert.
what would the double name be? BB Beatrix. BB.
Oh, Beatrix. Yes.
Trix.
Can you just call her Trixie?
That's not. Yeah.
I mean, TT. No, Trixie. You know, Bathsheba.
Whoa, another Hebrew name.
Yes, that Hebrew origin meaning daughter of the oath. It comes from the Hebrew word bat, which means daughter, and Shiva, which means 7. Oh, I guess your 7th daughter.
I guess
Bathsheba.
that kind of could work, because we had like 5 failed transfers. Rupert's the 6th. Rupert was first, and we had 5 failed transfers.
Yeah.
They're the 7th.
And 8th.
And 8th.
What, so one is Bathsheba and one's Thomasina?
Yeah, 7th twin.
Here's the 7th one, and here's her twin. We just couldn't name that one.
Is that from my side or your side?
Bathsheba, that one's my side.
Okay.
Aww.
Ada.
This one is not awful. Oh, we've not been ranking them in terms of awful. Sorry. Bathsheba, awful, not so awful.
I mean, it's not an awful name, I just wouldn't go for it.
I don't know, I'd call a baby that.
Ada. Germanic origin meaning noble, nobility, derived from Adelaide.
I think Ada's lovely.
I like it as well. Also, it did do very well. After, it became popular.
Oh yeah, we really
after
liked
that
series
series.
Ada, but then your sister told us it was in Peaky Blinders.
That was it, when it was in Peaky Blinders that we haven't watched. And it became really popular, didn't it? But yeah, that was when we were naming Rupert. If he'd been a girl, Ada was one of the things on the list.
Yeah.
Actually, you're making too much noise with the paper. But we like a lot of Germanic names.
Yes,
Rupert's
we do.
Germanic, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Ada is very nice.
Yeah, it is. Thomasine, Walter, and Ada.
Yes.
They've made the cut.
Bum, 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 bum.
Kuzma. Slavic Ukrainian name meaning order or the universe.
Yes. Guess whose side of the family this is from? I mean, that wasn't really hard to guess, was it?
Yes, it does. That was
Sounds
easy.
a bit like Karma, but Kuzma. It's like their version of it. Order.
Yeah. Also, it's a male name that ends in an A, which is rare.
Everyone would be like, where's that name from? If we named our son Kuzma. Have you heard that name before?
Yeah, I mean, I have.
Well, yeah, it's in your family. Your great cousin was Kuzma.
My great grandfather.
Oh, it really wasn't even that far away.
I think you wouldn't like that name for your child.
Nah.
I think it's great.
We could call him KK.
No, we can't call him KK. His surname begins with a K. I don't know that if the name is already only 2 syllables. Kuzma.
Rupert is 2 syllables, so we made it into Ruru.
But it works nicely. Ruru.
Rue, yeah, well, we just call him Rue.
Kuzma's probably like Mama. No, okay.
Mama is just a...
We're moving on. File my heritage. Dependence. From the old French word dependence. Coming from the Latin verb depender, meaning to hang from or to rely on. The name signifies a state of being reliant on something else.
Obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, we could have known that.
Could have got that.
Where's that
Yes,
name
it
from?
does.
Dependence. What does it mean?
I mean, I feel it probably has religious connotations rather than just you're dependent on someone.
Yeah, or like, you know, they just hung up people's coats.
Or they just had 8 children by then and they were like, oh, this one's got to stick around to look after us in our old age. Dependence. You'll be here for us. You're our retirement plan.
I don't know the name.
No, I mean, I think that's not a great virtue name.
No.
As virtue names go, also a terrible virtue name, chastity. Why would you put that on your daughter? Horrendous.
I don't really like any virtue names. I think they're too loaded.
Yeah, that's very fair.
I don't mind if your name
Charity.
means something, but if it's like just that word, then patience, you know,
Prudence.
yeah.
Honesty. Like, I'm just going to put it right out there.
I'm sure there are people called honesty.
No, I'm sure there are. I'm sure there are. I think if you use multiple languages, then it's more okay. Like, we name our children things that mean things in other languages.
Yeah, that's true.
And I'm sure they're like, why
Yeah.
would you do that? We're still on only 3 names we found acceptable.
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, that's a nice name.
That's my name.
It's your middle name.
It's my middle name.
As Rupert likes to point out.
It says it's a feminine name of Hebrew origin that means God is my oath or God is my promise.
Lovely. I like the name Elizabeth.
You can shorten it to Lizzie, Libby, Eliza, Beth, Betty.
Betsy.
So many nicknames from
Buffy.
Elizabeth. Lilibet.
Lily.
Gunla.
Gunla.
Gunla. It's a Swedish short from Old Norse Gunhilda, meaning warlike fighter.
Golly, whose side of the family do you think it comes from? Yours or mine? You know.
I think it sounds a bit like goulash.
Only just realising that.
I mean, it does sound quite sweet.
Is it? It's short for Gunhilda.
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 Is it a girl's name?
Yeah.
It's very like...
It means warlike fighter.
It's very like girl name.
Gunhilda. No? Not?
No.
Not keen?
We're definitely not Swedish enough to call our child that. Gunhilda.
Yes, I would agree.
Jessica's granddad's Swedish, by the way.
She can sing a song.
I can sing Swedish carols and do Swedish Christmas related words.
To be fair, I can't speak any Cantonese.
You can do food
I can do
words.
food.
There we go. I can yell at you in Russian.
I can tell you I'm 8 years old. Because that's when I did Cantonese lessons.
Oh boy. We're really good at this. Other languages.
No, you have your hearing problem.
Yeah.
And I have a language issue.
Yeah.
So, Septimus. This was the name of my grandfather. No, it was the middle name of my grandfather. Yes. Because he was the 7th son.
He was.
Yes, it's Latin for 7th. Once a common name for the 7th child, used with honour as the number 7 was important in Roman culture.
Yes.
And it was like once a common name for the 7th child. I mean, it probably would still be, but most people don't get up to 7 children.
Oh yes. No, that Jacob Rees-Mogg, weirdo, has named his 7th child Septimus. Yes.
Well, there you go. If we ever do have 7 children, Septimus will maybe be there. We're not going to have 7 children. Jessica was
Unless
like,
you get pregnant
Jessica
with,
like
quads,
said to me yesterday, we might find that having 3 kids is like absolutely fine. We'll have a 4th. I'm like, are you mad? Like, we've not even had these 2 yet. We will see that we can hardly manage with 3.
Babe, we'll see. We'll see. Everything's going to be fine. Come on. Optimism. Florence.
Ah, that's nice.
Oh, I like this. We had the Venetia last time. This is
Flow.
Blossoming.
From the Latin word florens, meaning blossoming or flourishing. It's made the list. I think we're doing better in this video. Don't get overexcited, Betty.
I want some more.
Betty's like, more. I think we're doing okay. We've done better than the last video, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. But that was pretentious names. These are names from our actual family. Like, we deliberately chose names that were pretentious. I'm glad our list of family names.
I mean, I'd say some of these could have made the cut. They're hittable.
No, it's got the word hit in it.
Oh yeah, she wouldn't allow me to have Lavinia or Lavender because they have lavender,
which, if you don't know, means toilet in English, as in short for lavatory.
I always say to Rupert, like, let's go and use the lavatory.
Yeah.
And then he goes, do you mean the toilet?
It is quite an old-fashioned.
You know what I'm saying.
We never
Rupert's
really
really
say WC
smart, by the way,
in
for
England, do we?
4-year-old.
Water closet.
Yeah. If someone said to me, "Where's your water closet?" I'd be like, I would be like thinking they were coming to like look at my plumbing, like gap meters or something, like water meter.
Okay.
I had like when I went to the theatre once when I was at school, on a school trip. This lady said to me, "Do you want to go spend a penny?" And I was like, "What?" I was like, "I've not got any money."
How old were you?
I was old enough to probably know what that meant.
Or I worked it out from context.
And I was like, "No, I just need a wee." And she was like, "Yeah, that's what I meant, darling." I was like, it's like when people say like, "Is your Aunt Flo come to visit?" And it's like, "Who's Aunt Flo?"
Aunt Florence. Oh no, we can't use Florence. She will be someone's aunt. Florence, where are you? Get on the floor.
Oh.
No. I refuse. Oh, that is my good for you. You're really desperate to eat Mahitable.
Let me get my, where's this?
Poor Mahitable.
On this.
There she is. There's Mahitable. Wow! Well, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
That was great.
Sorry, Mahitable. It really does sound like me hit a bull.
Yeah, and that's not great saying our son is an ox. Chinese zodiac.
Oh no! Another reason we can't have it. As if Mahitable was in contention.
So
really not happening.
We've got Elizabeth,
Yeah.
Ada, Walter, Thomasine. And then what were our ones we saved from our pretentious list? I can't remember. We're shortlisting our names though.
We are
We're getting-
shortlisting.
We're
We're
getting,
shortlisting. We're
or are
getting-
we extending? Or are we just adding?
Well, we'll see. We'll see. The next video, we are going to be reacting to names that you have suggested. Our beautiful, lovely, wonderful viewers.
I'm excited for that one.
So, leave your suggestions down in the comments below. But there is a twist. These need to be twin names.
Ooh, like
Therefore-
famous paired names, like Bonnie and Clyde.
No, not like Laurel and Hardy. You know? Please don't give us no.
Bill and Ben.
No, we're not going to name them something that
I think we
comes
should-
as a pair and is a known pair.
Why not?
Bill and Ben.
Uncles, twins. Oh, has that video been done yet? It might have been done. Damn. I like my uncles' names. I do. They're really good. And one of the twins named his son the same as him. They're a bit regular, my uncles' names. All of my uncles' names are a bit regular. They're like run-of-the-mill men's names. No twin girls anywhere in my family. Hang on. No. No twin girls. Twin boys on my dad's side. Two of his cousins. A twin girl's rare. Huh.
And the flower pot men. What's it everywhere we go with our children? Like this one's Bill, this one's Ben, and someone goes like the flower pot men. Yes, like the
What-
flower
yeah,
pot
no, we
men.
just other
We
things.
thought it was so funny when we named them 20 years ago.
Just other famous pairs.
They would hate us. Names you think go
Hansel
well
and
together.
Gretel.
What? They're the same.
Hansel and Gretel. Oh yeah. Well, it doesn't matter. It'd be like we just came up with paired names.
Let's see if anyone's actually put them in. The duplication. Huh. Oh, God. Oh, right. My father. Maddie and Abby. Oh, that's a long one. Guinevere, Leona, Odette, and Alina. Not bad. Huh. No. Huh. Oh, get the fuck. I did not spell that wrong. That's the proper spelling. YouTube. Thank you.
Okay, one of these kids is not having a great life. All right. Well, Hannah, two names you think work well together.
But like moon and stars.
And you think we would name our child? But go with Rupert.
Okay.
Rupert, moon, and star.
They do kind of need to go with Rupert, yeah. Maybe some more raw names.
I mean, probably would be raw names.
It's because we do letter phonetics with Rupert, so like raw. Some more raw names.
Raw names.
Robin?
R names.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember how to say the letter R. There you go.
We've lost the
Romilly.
actual alphabet as taught to
Romilly.
us.
Rupert, Rosalind,
Quite cool.
Rebecca. Rupert, Rudolph, and Ralph. Rupert,
Rebecca.
Roger, and Raymond.
I like Rebecca.
Anyway, we're excited to find out your suggestions.
Feel free to use the names that we've chosen in this video: Ada, Walter, Thomasine, and Elizabeth. I actually really prefer Thomasina. to
Thomasina. Yeah.
Thomasina's a lovely name. I do like
these
it.
These were all from your family side.
Oh, well, that's fantastic.
So this worked out well for you.
Well, it's because I've got quite a traditional, like, Victorian family line, whereas...
No, it's because I could only find information from the English side of your family, actually.
Yes.
Whereas...
You could have used family names of people who are still alive, like aunts and uncles.
Oh, I chose not to use names of people who are currently... Have an Elizabeth.
Oh, yeah, in case I diss it, yeah.
Who is alive.
Yeah. Everyone must have an Elizabeth in their family.
I mean, I've definitely got an Elizabeth.
Especially if you're
as well.
British, yeah.
And I do have a Walter in my family.
Auntie was no longer with us, so her full name was Elizabeth. Super hubby. His auntie is Elizabeth, but she doesn't do that. No. Auntie Anne. She always hated the name Elizabeth, apparently. I like Elizabeth. It's a beautiful name.
One of my school's middle name was pretty much Elizabeth.
My
same with my aunt.
Yes, everybody knows. We've heard many times about this. This is why you're obsessed with family lines and names. And you didn't like
I
you don't like your name.
We could change my middle name
actually.
though instead of my first name because I don't like my first name, but I only have a first name. So here we are. Thank you so much for watching. We hope you have enjoyed this video. Remember to click the link in the description down below now to order your MyHeritage kit. There's also a QR code right here that you can use now.
And yeah, she's not kidding, like she has spent hours every evening in bed on the laptop whilst I go to sleep just looking through MyHeritage.
It's really fun. It connects with all the historical records. You can take it back really far.
I think you've gone all the way back to like Doomsday basically, haven't you?
Oh yeah. Of course. I'm back to like 42 generations now. Your wife goes to sleep early.
I don't even go to sleep early, you have insomnia.
If you have insomnia, now you've got something to do.
There's another Elizabeth I know.
We'll see you next time.
One of my the partner I moved down to Glasgow to be with, his older sister was Elizabeth, but she hated it. I'm noticing a theme here. She was called Elizabeth. But no, Libby. I've noticed that anyone that I've known that was actually had Elizabeth on their birth certificate hated it, despised their name, and changed it or shortened it and used the shortened versions because it suited them better. I like my name. Katie's a beautiful name. Absolutely adore my name. I was lucky. My mum wanted to call me Edith. Thank God. My uncle saved me. Thank you, Uncle. I love my name, Katie. I really do. I'm blessed, really. I will not say my sisters' names, but I do love their names. Their names are brilliant. Oh! Because I used my married name on both my accounts, my granny's name, who's no longer with us, was Marion. Very traditional Scottish name, Marion. And I've known far too many James. Another traditional Scottish name. So, James. James and Jennifer? If it's a boy and a girl? Or James and John? Well, I will not say my sister-in-law's name. Can I say any of her family? Her dad's name was, her dad's no longer with us either. His name was John. There you go, another traditional British name. Oh, too many Johns as well. Oh, that's what I'll do. I'll check something. I'm sure I've got this right. Origin of the name Katie. Katie. I've always found this so fucking funny. The name Katie is a shortened English form of the name Catherine. Ultimately, it comes from the Greek name Katerine, which is derived from the Greek word katharos, meaning pure. So my name, the definition or the meaning of my name is pure or purity. No. Oh. I will check my sisters, but I will not say. Let's see. Name. Da-da-da. Oh, God. Also, it's from my one of my sister's names is basically of English origin. Interesting. Okay. Oh wow. I'm so fucking upset with that one. My youngest sister is a traditional Scottish name. I do like my sister's name. Scottish or Scandinavian roots. Right. Oh, this is funny. Oh, I'll need to show her this one. I'll need to show her the origins of her name. I think I know the origin of my mum's name. There we go. Gaelic origin. Oh, it got anglicized. May I fucking guessed. Oh. Oh. Oh, I like that. Oh, the origins of my mum's name is really cool. Let's see. Oh, Norse. Might I guessed it. Norse origin. Okay. Can I say my granddad's name? Let's see. Oh. Wow. French origin. Huh, interesting. Ooh. Oh, still got 4 viewers. Hello, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Christ, I've been going for 3 hours. It's 1:30. Oh, is Raptor still going? In fact, you know what? I'll actually check to see how long it's been going for. Let's see if we can go on right into Raptor. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. Oi. Gimme. God damn you. La 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 la. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. God damn it. Hang on. No, that's cool enough. What? Oh, I got 2 up. I've got 2 up. I'm a moron. Oh, Raptor's still going. But how long has he been going for? Right. Well, he might be going for another couple hours. He's been going for 3. Oh, it's interactive tonight.
At complete odds with the rest of the human condition. 2010 was the last point where you could see that unified 20th century myth of America. I'll watch movies from 2010, and it feels almost as if it was a different reality that somehow I lived in.
What's
He was
fault
14. 2010? No, excuse me. 2010 was 15 years ago. This dude was 9. Wait, am I doing math wrong? No, he's 24 now. Yeah. He was 9 in 2010.
Let's go and say hi to Raptor.
I was 13. 2010, I was...
Rhizome, Bermic cheese, Reiki.
Oh, Jesus Christ, how fucking old am I? Wait, he's 24? Yeah, now he's a fucking child. I was 12, actual baby. I want to say that I was 20.
Grilled cheesington.
No, I can't remember how old I am.
Some random. Oh, there he's there. Hello, Raptor. You're right at the bottom of my list.
I was on board. I was.
There we go.
Oh, wait, that's fucking not how that works.
Let's go and say hello to Raptor, everyone. I am sorry, YouTube comrades. I still haven't figured out how to read out from you.
How would I do the math here?
Right? I will figure it out. I'll go into the see what I have to do.
To my birth year. And then, okay, and then I subtracted. Okay. Now I remember. I was 37 in 2010. Jesus. I know math. All right, I know math. I was 15. I'm old. You're so old. Wait, I'm older than APWW. Jesus. Yeah.
Well, once I get in there, Raptor, you're not older than me.
I got how old I was. I was.
There's only a few of us that are older than you in the chat. I think actually, come to think of it.
2010.
Myself.
Yeah, that's right. Because I was still in college. I got it easy. True, you do.
And Cappy whenever she arrives.
Last time you could see an America that looked reminiscent of The Simpsons or Home Alone. This was a.
I don't think you should have seen the child. So are you, Dargesh. How is he still this young? Younger than me? True. You look like a baby? Right now, I was a baby?
10 seconds.
I'm a baby right now? Yeah. Home Alone? The Simpsons? I'm confused. Why would you want to be compared to that? You want to be compared to like a felony being committed? I'm older than you? Yeah, you are, Dargash. I'm confused. Why would you want to be compared to that? You want to be compared to like